Charlottesville, Virginia. It's the 2015 VHSL Group 6A State Championship featuring the Westfield Bulldogs at 13-1 and the Oscar Smith Tigers at 13-0. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our championship coverage here on the NFHS Network. I'm Andy Hayes, joined alongside my good friend and colleague, Chris Barassa. And Coach Barassa, this one, a very anticipated matchup here. The two best teams in 6A North and 6A South set the square up.
Two perennial powers. They're used to playing in this game. They're used to playing in big settings, big games. We got another classic between a Concord District team out of Northern Virginia against a team out of the beach. Westfield against Oscar Smith. It's
going to be a great matchup for you guys to watch back home. Let's go ahead and dive in and talk about these Westfield Bulldogs here. Kyle Simmons brings his team into this game. They lost 4 straight in the regional championship 4 years in a row, and now they're here and they're led by a guy by the name of Tyler Scanlon. He's a great basketball player, but tonight you'll see him do his thing on the gridiron.
Yeah, and he does a lot for them. He was playing quarterback for most of the year. You see 21 touchdowns, 1,800 yards passing, only 3 interceptions. They moved him to wide receiver to bring in a young talent at quarterback. He's going to impact the game multiple ways.
Tyler Scanlon, a great leader for Westfield. On the other side of the ball, it's Kevin Petrello. 101 tackles and 8 tackles for a loss. But the thing you said last week is if you could pick anybody to start a team with, it'd be number 32.
Absolutely on defense. He's not the biggest linebacker, 6 foot, about 190 pounds, but he always finds the ball. Big tackler you see there with 101 tackles.
So we had a chance to talk to Kyle Simmons, the head coach here of the Westfield Bulldogs, and we asked him what he will tell his team prior to coming out of the locker room. Here's what he told us.
I'm going to tell them that this is a once-in-a-life opportunity. I'm going to tell them if you lose the football game, eventually everybody's going to forget about it, but if you win it, it's going to change your life forever.
Great comment there from Coach Kyle Simmons here. Let's talk about the Oscar Smith Tigers and what a great run they've had. 4th time in the championship in the last 8 years, and Coach Richard Morgan, he does a great job. He's got a great team coming back.
I tell you, a lot of talent. Very young team this year. But they've beaten one of the best teams in the state to get here, Oscar Ocean Lakes, and they're really looking forward to this game against Westfield.
Well, they've got a great quarterback as well. Let's dive in and show you their key players to watch here tonight. And Sean Mitchell is a guy that has experience in the championship game. He played as a freshman here a couple years ago. What do you like about him, Chris?
He's the leader for this team. You want that in your quarterback. Almost 2,700 yards passing. Great statistics, throwing the ball, but he also has got mobility, can run it. He's the key to them today on offense.
Keep an eye here tonight on number 19, Larry Chappell, one of Mitchell's favorite targets. He's got speed, elusiveness, and a guy that can make big plays when it matters.
Yeah, 69 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. Look at that number, 15 yards per catch. Just a junior. Both of them going to make an impact tonight and be back next year as well.
Well, we had a chance to catch up with Coach Morgan just a moment ago. We asked him what he'll tell his team coming out of the locker room, and here's what he said.
Well, to be honest with you, once you get past the opening kickoff, it's like any other football game. We've been here a number of times, and a lot of our kids were here a couple years ago when we didn't really play very well. So I don't really need to say much. They're prepared. They've played in front of big crowds all year. So I just want them to play their best football, get the jitters out the first couple of the series, and now just settle down into the game and play Smith football and see how far that'll take us.
These two teams met back in the 2007 state playoffs. Last time they saw each other was an instant classic. Maybe we'll have another one here today. Chris Barassa, we outlined some keys to the game today for everybody, so let's go ahead and run through our Virginia Farm Bureau of Insurance here. Keys to the game this afternoon, and we'll start with the Westfield Bulldogs. What do they have to do well today to win this game?
Well, they need to be balanced. They got a young quarterback. Ramon Johnson's only playing, it's about his 4th start here. They need to be able to run the ball so that they don't get all the pressure on him as a quarterback. The front 4 needs to play big. They need to limit the running game of Oscar Smith so they can keep 7 guys in coverage. And for Oscar Smith, just the opposite. You got to put pressure on that young quarterback, force him into making mistakes. And in Sean we trust. Sean Mitchell's been here before on this stage. Get the ball in his hands, let him make decisions. If they do, he'll make the right decision most of the time.
Well, it's all set for you here. The 6A state championship game is coming up here. The stage ready to go. And we invite you back for the kickoff here in a few moments. Stay tuned. Of the University of Virginia for the 2015 VHSL Group 6A State Championship. Westfield and Oscar Smith ready to go, and the Bulldogs will kick it away to start this one. Brian Delaney will kick it into the end zone, and that's where it'll be caught by Oscar Smith. Kalik Perry, the man who hauled it in. It'll be a touchback out to the 20-yard line. Let's send it down to the third member of our broadcast team, Grace Olson.
Thank you, guys. This 6A title game between Westfield and Oscar Smith has all the makings of a defensive battle. The Bulldogs surrendering just 10.5 points per game. The Tigers giving up just 9.7 on their side. Westfield head coach Kyle Simmons told me that he's very proud of how his defense has really clicked and gelled at this point in the postseason. He said as a head coach, there's not more you could ask for from your units than hitting your stride in the playoffs. Now on the Tigers side of things, let's send it back up to Duke and come back down a little bit, guys.
First play of the game, a reception to Larry Chappell from Sean Mitchell, and that'll move the chains out past the 35-yard line to the 36.
Boy, Mitchell looked very comfortable there throwing the ball.
Take a look at Mitchell's stats here, 2,675 yards, 23 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. Empty set again for Mitchell, back to pass, again across the middle, caught! Josh Gray out to the 35 of Westfield, and he's down to the 29 on a big first down reception there. And they're attacking the middle of the field, Coach.
Yep. Sean Mitchell, is what he does well. He gets back, plants that foot, steps, throws, delivered it twice over the middle, on target, 2 big plays, taking it down to the 30-yard line of Westfield.
So an empty formation here to start this game, and we're in it again on the third play of this drive. There's Mitchell back to pass. Pump fakes, throws it across the middle, caught by Chappell to the 16. And another first down.
I mean, everything is on time for Mitchell right now. He's getting back on that 3-foot drop out of the gun, 3-step drop, plants that foot, and he's delivering it right away to an open receiver each time. Clear lane to throw the ball there.
Tackle made by Joe Caron.
Stonebridge got a 3-man front, put a lot of guys in coverage.
Westfield backed up down on the 16-yard line. Here's Mitchell. Motion out of the backfield. He'll throw it across the middle again. It's picked off. Petrello stepped in front of it. Back to the 10, 15, 20. Petrello down the sideline to the 35. And it's an interception for Westfield.
Well, Westfield just brought 3 guys up front. Had 4 linebackers drop underneath. Petrello was one of them. Great job reading Mitchell. Took him right to the ball. Watch him there in the middle, number 32. He sees where he's throwing it, cuts right in front of it. That's an outstanding defensive play by an outstanding defensive player.
Nice adjustment made there. Petrello gets the ball back for Westfield. We'll see this offense for the first time here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs. Ramon Johnson, as Chris Barassa said, making his 4th start. 2 backs and a wide receiver split out to the near side. He'll keep it on the quarterback read. He's got to pass the 45. Ramon Johnson dives for the 50. He's going to be close to the first down. Looks like he'll be about a half a yard shy. Take a look at his numbers. He's been spectacular. 30 of 38 for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. Big number here. 0 interceptions, Coach Barassa.
And that's all in the playoffs against talented teams. And they think they improved themselves in 2 positions when he's in there, at quarterback, and then put Scanlon out at wide receiver.
Scanlon is split out to the near sideline on 2nd and short. Pistol formation. And it'll be a handoff up the middle to Tim Beard, and Beard will take it forward for a first down. All the way down to the Oscar Smith 47. Well, we told you about Johnson. We told you about Tyler Scanlon. Let's take a look at the rest of the Westfield Bulldogs. Timothy Beard, the running back. Key guy to watch today. Ivory Frimpong also can get it done on the outside along with Hank Johnson. Nolan Cockrell, the tight end. And a couple great linemen, Coach, that you've highlighted for us. We'll talk more about those big guys up front. Here's Beard on the carry on first down for a couple yards. Let's go through that top, the front line here for Westfield.
I gotta tell you,
The guys that you want to talk about here, Jordan Uffelman, Edward Quintiga. We'll go ahead and take a look at the Oscar Smith defense first, though. Wilfred Long, Dominic Jordan, good ones here, Troy Mott as well. And in the back end, Chappell, Perry, and Delbridge, all guys that can make plays for Oscar Smith. 2nd down and 7. High formation, Ramon Johnson will give it to Beard. He cuts through the line. He's got a 1st down and more down to the 34-yard line of Oscar Smith. And the Bulldogs are marching early on here.
Yeah, if you want to watch some good offensive line play, watch number 73, the left guard on this play. Fire out, kicks a man out, opens the hole, then gets downfield, looks for somebody else to hit. Cordova is the team captain, and he will be pulling. They love to run behind him. They bring him, and they have him kick out.
Tim Beard, 120 rushes for 800 yards on the season at a huge state semifinal contest last week against South County. He's got it again on 1st down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Westfield creating some holes at the line of scrimmage, getting some good yardage on 1st down. Positive plays on 1st down, keeps this offense in sync. See it right here. Johnson giving the ball to Beard, coming off the block, picking up a nice gain, 5 yards on 1st down.
Huron Turner, the one that made the stop finally on Beard. So 3 wide receivers now to the near side for Johnson, who's in the pistol. 1 to the far on 2nd down and 5. He'll take the snap. He hands it to Beard, who's got some room left side, and he's inside to the 24-yard line.
Again, a good push there. Able to pick up about 4 yards. Going to leave him a 3rd and 1 here. Tell you, Oscar Smith comes out throwing the ball. Look like they're going to put some points on the board. A big turnover, and Westfield responds with a nice drive here so far.
So 3rd and short for the Bulldogs. Johnson in the shotgun. And he'll keep it himself. Left in, makes a cut. He's going to get close to the 1st down. We'll see where they mark it. I think he's going to move the chains, Chris.
Yep.
Brandon Delbridge on the tackle. This is the element that Ramon Johnson brings to this Westfield offense. And I can recall back in the summer when he was playing in their first scrimmage. He did this about 5 or 6 times in their scrimmage and took off on some big runs. Just has that knack for pulling the ball at the right time and really causing problems for the defense. Westfield will line up in an I formation on 1st and 10 from the Oscar Smith 22. Hand off in the backfield. This one straight ahead, down to about the 17. And it's Tim Beard again. Good solid gain. Westfield averaging about 5 yards a carry here. Khalid Perry and Quentin Grayson were the 2 that combined for the tackle.
Good job up front. This drive, your Coach Simmons got to be happy with their ability to run the ball. It sets up everything else.
High formation again. Jay Aiello, the big fullback, right behind Johnson. Tim Beard, the deep back. Here's Scanlon in motion. Johnson will give it. Check that, pulls it. He's going to throw it to the sideline, and it's caught by Scanlon. 1st and goal, Westfield at the 8-yard line of Oscar Smith.
Scanlon uses every bit of his 6'6" height and wingspan there to get that ball, get a foot down. Beautiful fake. They love to roll Johnson out in the flat, and he's got this huge target. It's a nightmare to match up against at 6'6" out there.
Scanlon doing a great job to get that foot down. And it's 1st and goal. High formation again. Johnson barking out the cadence. And he'll hand it to Beard straight ahead. Tim Beard inside the 5. Touchdown, Westfield.
Westfield comes out and makes a statement on their first possession that they're going to run the ball against these Oscar Smith Tigers. As Grace said, they've only been allowing 9 points a game. Westfield moved the ball effectively, consistently on the ground and in the air. I think Ramon Johnson passed his first test.
They go right behind big number 66, Jordan Uffelman, Edward Quitiga, and Rodrigo Cordova. Those 3 helping to clear the path for Tim Beard. So Westfield strikes first here in this game. And Brian Delaney on to kick the extra point. And it's up. And it is good. So with 6:26 to go in the first quarter, Westfield leads it 7-0 over Oscar Smith. And you couldn't draw up a better start if you're Kyle Simmons.
Well, he probably didn't like those first 3 passing plays, but he definitely liked the start of his offense here. Look at that push. They're just destroying guys, moving them down off the line of scrimmage, making it a little bit easy for Mr. Beard. He doesn't get touched till he gets down to the 2-yard line, and then it's all Mr. Beard those last 2 yards.
Great kick out block by Jay Aiello there, who actually is coming to school here at the University of Virginia,
Not
but
to
as a
play
wrestler.
football,
Right, he's a wrestler. If he keeps blocking like that, the new coach here, Coach Bronco.
I talked to Coach Simmons earlier this week about Tim Beard. I said, describe his style of play. He said he's a cerebral player. He said he's not overly fast, he's not overly physical, he's not even that big. But he said he understands his reads and cuts. He's simply just a smart kid, guys.
Thank you, Grace. Couldn't have said it better. And that's exactly how we've seen him dice up defenses here this year.
And let's just mention Brian Delaney, the kicker. He's got an outstanding leg. He puts the ball in the end zone for touchback almost every time. That is huge for your defense if you can force them to go 80 yards every time.
Take a look at your Oscar Smith Tigers offense here. Sean Mitchell, the leader of this group. Keep an eye on Courtney Johnson and Kalik Pear, a good backfield tandem. Larry Chappell, we've already seen get into the fold catching the ball. Josh Gray, also another one that can make some plays in the open field. Mitchell on first down in the shotgun. He's going to fake it. Now he's looking across the middle. He's got it caught. Chappell out to the 39, and he leans forward to the 41. So Larry Chappell has been making plays here early in this game.
I mean, he's just crossing pattern. He finds a soft spot in the zone there. He has a knack for getting open, and Mitchell, he's generally the first one he looks to. Again, good timing there. Gets on that back foot, steps up and delivers it.
Twins to the far side, one to the near. Here's the handoff in the backfield. It goes past the 45 out to the 47. And it'll be Courtney Johnson on the carry. Solid gain on first down. Second and short coming up. Take a look at this Westfield defense, and they're a stingy group, giving up less than 12 points a game. Zach Jewell, big guy to watch. Aiello, here's the handoff to the near side. Petrello, the man that had the interception already in this game. Terrell Montague, Tavon Green, Billy Pickett, Joe Karen. Cole Hewling makes a lot of plays also from his free safety spot. And Joey Free at corner. And that's your starting defense here for Westfield. Also will add they have a backup defensive tackle by the name of Gabe Martin. Who had a big game last week against South County. Wears number 91.
He's the pressure guy for them.
He is.
They were fortunate Oscar Smith on that last play. It was snapped before Mitchell was ready. He was able to recover it.
So third down and 4. And the officials will stop this play. And it looks like it's going to go against Westfield.
They just got in the neutral zone there.
So offside against the Bulldogs will give Oscar Smith a first down with 5:04 to play here in the first quarter of action. Andy Hayes, Chris Barassa, and Grace Olson here joining you on the NFHS Network. We thank you for watching wherever you might be. We are excited about this game for good reason. Already some fireworks early. A rematch of their 2007 clash that these two had. That was one of the great games of all time. We see Mitchell already off to a good start. 4 of 5 here passing. Motion man coming back to the near side. Mitchell pump fakes. Now he's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked back at the 48-yard line. Jay Aiello came up to get him, and guess who? We just talked about him a moment ago with the pressure.
Yeah, Martin flushes him out of the pocket there, forces him up into Aiello. They both end up bringing him down, but the good coverage. There's nobody for him to throw to, and that allowed Martin to get there. You see Martin come in off the edge here. He's looking for somewhere to go. Martin tucks him inside. Aiello and Martin clean him up.
So it'll be second down and 14. Tigers will send out 3 to the right side, 1 to the near. Here's Mitchell back to pass. Goes the screen pass. Ball is dropped and it's fumbled. Westfield's got it. And the Bulldogs, maybe with another turnover, now the officials coming in saying incomplete pass.
Good work by the officials there, talking it over. Coming to a decision, but good read there by Montague. We just want to run a middle screen here, trying to get the ball into Chappell's hand in another way. I think that's a good call. Aiello was right there, read that perfectly. I don't think Chappell ever had possession. Good call by the officials.
He hit it right as soon as the receiver had his feet on the ground. He's got to maintain it a little bit longer for it to be a fumble. 3rd down and 14. Empty set here for Mitchell. Looking, and he's going to be sacked again from behind. Guess who? Jay Aiello, and now it is a fumble. Aiello picked it up off the turf, and Westfield's got it.
That's a 3-man rush. Aiello comes up on the outside on the left. Mitchell steps up, has no idea he is there. He hits him from behind and causes the fumble. Sack, forced fumble, and recovery in one play.
By the way, he was double teamed on that.
A 3-man rush against 5 guys. 2 guys are getting double teamed.
Unbelievable. Great effort by Aiello.
I mean, they're trading coverage for pass rush, and if they can keep the coverage, those guys eventually are going to get there.
So Westfield has it back, 1st and 10 on the Oscar Smith 45-yard line. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far for Ramon Johnson, and he'll pull the fake from Beard. He's got it up inside the 30. Johnson breaks free. 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Westfield. Just like that, the Bulldogs score again.
And let's give credit to the quarterback that he replaced, Tyler Scanlon, on the outside. Gives him a huge block to free him up, allowing him to get all the way to the end zone untouched.
We'll watch it one more time. Watch the pull.
And watch Scanlon right here set him up. And then it's just all Johnson's speed. They spend the first 10 weeks of the season getting him ready. Then they put him in the playoffs. And he's leading this team right now to a 2-touchdown lead in the first quarter.
Looked like a busted assignment. Somebody's got to take the quarterback on that play, Chris. There was nobody there. Westfield may have found something there on that one. Here's Delaney's kick, and it's up. And this one is good. Right down the middle. And with 3:35 to go in the first quarter, Westfield leads Oscar Smith 14-0. What a start for the Bulldogs, as you see that man right there, Ramon Johnson, with a touchdown run. 45 yards out. That was the second score of this game. Set up again by another turnover from this defense. Rob Everett, the defensive coordinator for Westfield, has to be super pleased with the way his guys are getting after the passer. And again, we go back and watch the touchdown run from Johnson.
I think the misdirection is what took the defender that had quarterback responsibility there. They just rolled down the field. Everything was going to the right side there. Johnson does a great job of deception when he pulls that ball. And he gets a big block from Scanlon. Allows him to get to the house.
Johnson, just a junior. Going to be a great one.
We got 2 juniors at quarterback. One has quarterbacked every single game since his freshman year in Mitchell, and the other this is his 4th.
Long kick from Delaney. It'll be like that all night long. Brian Delaney has one of the best legs in the state of Virginia. So Oscar Smith will have to go 80 against this Westfield defense that has already registered an interception and now a fumble on that last drive. And they've got 2 touchdowns at the end of it.
And as importantly, they turn those turnovers into points.
Bulldogs are looking for their first state championship since 2007. It would be Kyle Simmons' first as a head coach. He was the defensive coordinator back then for Tom Verbanek. So Mitchell will come back out in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. And he's going to look to throw across the middle again, and it's going to be incomplete. Big hit coming up on the play was Joe Caron. And Larry Chappell, the intended receiver, could not hold on.
You can see how much Sean Mitchell likes Chappell. He's already thrown to him 5 times today.
Starting to see that Westfield defense collapse that zone down a little bit. Those passing lanes, Chris, a little bit harder to get into.
They're willing to rush 3 and see if they can get pressure with 3 and drop 8 into coverage. Doesn't leave a lot of space in the secondary.
4 wides. Mitchell going to hand it off with a draw. Straight ahead, this one for a couple yards. Again, it was Johnson on the carry. And he took a big shot at the end of that one.
Well, I think they're going to have to do more of that. If you're only going to bring 3 defensive linemen, you're going to have to run the ball some. Keep them honest. Don't let those linebackers drop into coverage. Montague's the one that lays the last hit there.
Bryson Mallow also. Let's take a look at Johnson's numbers. 745 yards rushing this season. Averages 5 yards per carry. 3rd down and 5. Mitchell with an empty set. And he'll drop back to pass. Here comes Westfield. And they're going to get him to throw it away. It was Montague on the pressure. And 4th down coming up for the Tigers. Terrell Montague came free, Chris, at the last second with some pressure, and that forced him out.
Rushing 3. And then they bring a linebacker on a delayed blitz. And he gets a free run. Forces Mitchell out of the pocket, and he has to just throw it away.
Montague has stepped into that linebacker role that he's played so well after the Bulldogs lost Jack Clancy, who was a unanimous pick from many coaches across the Northern Virginia area to be the 6A Defensive Player of the Year. He's out with a torn ACL. This defense has done well. Here's the punt, and it's almost blocked. They get it away, and it's kicked out of bounds over at the 49-yard line of Oscar Smith. So Westfield again with good field position coming up. Leading by 2 touchdowns here as we take one more look at it. Low snap, good job to get it in hand. And I'll tell you what, Petrello almost got a hand on it there.
We've done a couple Westfield games this year, and it seems like there's multiple number 32s on the field because he is just always around the ball.
Mason Haugen, the punter, doing a great job to get that ball off.
Still a good field position here, starting on the plus 47.
So 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far for Ramon Johnson. Tim Beard in the backfield in the shotgun. Johnson will give it to Beard, and he's going to run into a wall of Tigers at the 47. Quentin Grayson, the man that got him. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
You saw that time DeCarrion Turner, number 11, walked up on the outside, and he stayed home. He waited for 35.5 points the last 2 games, averaging against quality opponents. South County was generally considered the top team in Northern Virginia last week. They went in there and beat them 40-8.
3 wides to the near side again for Johnson. 1 to the far, that's Scanlon. Quick toss across the middle. Caught. This one inside the 40, down to the 35, and all the way to the 20. Check to the 34-yard line. And it was Jones that brought him down. Jay Jones and Larry Chappell. Watch it again. A quick toss across the middle. Big tight end. Sean Eckert on the reception.
Tell you, there it is, 9.7 points per game defense. They've already got 14 up on them first quarter.
Flawless first quarter for the Westfield Bulldogs. 4 wides for Johnson. 1st and 10. They hand it off to Beard. He's got some running room inside the 20 to the 15. And another 1st down for Westfield. Tim Beard with all sorts of running room. Sets up the Bulldogs inside the red zone again.
I mean, Grace is spot on with her analysis. I mean, he's not fast. He's just good. He just runs the ball effectively, and you just look up and he's picked up big yardage. It's a football player, high school football player right there, Tim Bird.
Pistol formation now on 1st and 10. And it'll be Beard again, straight ahead, down to the 11-yard line. Gain of about 3. The thing I'd say about that, Chris, is that how many times do we watch tailbacks dance east and west and never get north and south. The one thing Tim Beard never does, he never does anything but run north and south.
Yep.
And that's why he's successful, because if you get those big guys up front doing their job, and you got a couple of 2-3 yards no matter what. He's averaging over 6 right now here in this first quarter.
It's a couple big plays here for Oscar Smith. They really need to stop here. At least hold it to a field goal attempt.
I formation. Johnson fakes the give. He's going to roll out, looking across the middle. Scanlon's calling for it. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's down to the 9. And it's going to be a 3rd down coming up. Johnson had Scanlon right there.
I think that's an outstanding decision by Johnson. He didn't force it there. He wasn't comfortable with the lane he had to throw into. You'll see him right here. He rolls out. They love to roll him to his right. And he just doesn't feel comfortable with the lane he has to throw in. Keeps it, no interception, no turnover. You play 3rd down.
So Westfield, it looks like, is going to call a timeout. Nope, it's the end of the first quarter of action. We'll step aside for a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Network and the 6A VHSL State Championship. We're back with quarter number 2 right after this. And we're back here to Charlottesville, Virginia, on the campus of the University of Virginia. Our scores, we head to quarter number 2, is 14-0 Westfield. They've got a 3rd down and 6 as they switch sides of the field. Ball marked just outside the 10-yard line of Oscar Smith. And now Coach Kyle Simmons for Westfield would like to take a timeout and talk this play over. Andy Hayes and Chris Barrasso, along with Grace Olson, here with you online at the NFHSnetwork.com and also on Comcast play calling this year for the offense of Westfield.
Man-to-man with Scanlon on the bottom here.
Ramon Johnson in the pistol formation. Takes a snap, going to look out towards Scanlon's way, and it's going to be too high. So that ball a little bit out of the reach of Scanlon. That'll bring up a 4th down, and Westfield will send out the field goal unit. And Brian Delaney will trot on.
Tells you what Coach Morgan thinks about Chapel. He puts him man-to-man out there on Scanlon. You'll see the throw coming right here from Johnson. It's a little bit high even for Scanlon to get. Chapel was looking for a push-off call there. Didn't get it. Delaney with a 27-yard attempt here.
Hold is down, the kick is up, and it is sailing right to the left side of the goalpost, and it's no good. No good. So a missed opportunity for Westfield. Couldn't tell for a second up here, Chris. It looked like it was going to be okay.
I think Delaney mishit that one. Normally he drives that up into the screen there. May have caught a little bit of turf before he hit the ball. Big stop by Oscar Smith, though. It's exactly what they needed after that short field. We'll see it from here from behind. Yeah, I think Delaney got a little bit of the turf. You saw it chip up there and just pushed it a little bit to the right.
So it's wide right. And that will give Oscar Smith the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Could that be the break they need to turn the momentum? What do you think? Empty set. Oscar Smith now will motion back into a pistol set. And then false start will be called on the Tigers. Let's go ahead and join Grace Olson down on the sideline again. Go ahead, Grace.
That's right. Thank you. I'm with Ken Tilley, the executive director of the Virginia High School League. What's it like just to be here in this environment surrounded by all these kids?
Well, this is the ultimate. We have over 150 state championships each year. This is the culminating event for our fall season, so we're thrilled. The fans coming out, the players giving their best. It's just the greatest atmosphere you can get.
What are the primary purposes or missions of a league like this?
Well, as I said, we are a service organization. We're here to try to promote the activities, provide for a terrific experience for the students, the participants, and we serve more than 200,000 each year. And we think that it creates lifetime memories for them. They learn lessons outside the classroom that they'll continue to enjoy for the rest of their lives.
And you told me you've been in your position for 22 years, is that correct?
2 years. Yes, that is correct.
What strides has this organization made in that amount of time?
I think the growth in the number of programs. We used to have 90 state championships. Now we have more than 150. So we're serving more students.
And we get to see all that on TV now, a lot of it on TV,
it's
right?
Terrific. We're thrilled that this is on TV.
It's awesome to be able to showcase that. Thank you for joining us, and send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Grace. And again, want to congratulate Mr. Tilley on a great run as the executive director of the Virginia High School League. He'll be retiring at the end of the year here, Chris, and the VHSL has certainly done a great job helping our high school athletes and coaches for many, many years.
There we go. We got a 3rd and 12 here. Another play. You don't want to give this ball back to Westfield right away.
So 3rd down. Mitchell is going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw it across the middle, and it's caught by Chappell and dropped after the hit. He had it for a moment, and Bryson Mallow came in and said, nope, you're not allowed to catch that ball in my territory.
You know, football players come in all sizes and shapes. We'll watch this young man, Mallow, come up and make a hit. He's about a 140-pounder right there, laying a nice solid hit to cause that pass to be incomplete. Beautiful throw by Mitchell there to Chappell. Just not able to keep it in. They ran that same delayed blitz again there, and the offensive line made an adjustment, picked it up, gave Mitchell the time to deliver that ball. Chappell just couldn't bring it in.
Westfield almost blocked the kick the last time. Let's see if they come after this one. And it's going to be another low snap, and they almost got the ball, but then they knocked the punter down. Mason Haugen.
You know, Haugen, when he punted the last one that they didn't hit, he fell the same exact way without contact. That time, there's a little bit of contact by Martin here. We'll see another low snap, and the way he kicks the ball, he goes forward, just a little bit of contact. See if that's a 5-yarder.
No, they said personal foul. That's what the first signal was. So that could give Oscar Smith
be a first down.
First down.
Yep.
So a good break for the Tigers there. And they'll have the ball back on offense. Folks, the Subway restaurants in the Commonwealth of Virginia are a proud sponsor of the Virginia High School League. Stop by after the game and try a sweet onion chicken teriyaki or a Black Forest ham, both of which will give you fuel for your next competition. Subway, where winners eat. First down, Mitchell back to pass. He's going to pump fake. Now he throws it across the middle, and it's caught by Chappell at the 49 of Westfield.
I'll see that. First down, he got a 3-man rush. The front 5 for the Tigers does a great job of giving Mitchell time. He kind of looks to Chappell, then he looks away, and then he comes back to Chappell between 3 defenders. Beautiful throw by Mitchell.
Mitchell rolling to the near sideline. He'll toss it for Gray. It's caught at the 40, and he takes it down to the Westfield 37. And that should be another first down for Oscar Smith. Josh Gray with another big catch. As you see the Tiger cheerleaders trying to cheer their team on.
Well, they're trying to take advantage of that penalty on the punt, giving them new life on this drive. 5 wide again.
Empty formation for Sean Mitchell. On 1st and 10, he'll take the snap. Now he's going to roll out. Penalty flags come flying, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. But it looked like there was 1 penalty flag for every lineman of Oscar Smith, Chris.
Gabe Martin, again, on the edge is getting penetration, and he's so quick off that edge. I think they just, offensive lineman grabbed him to prevent him from getting to Mitchell.
You know you've got a good officiating crew when 3 guys see the same penalty and they all throw the flag at the same time.
Well, we got
officials today: Joe Lomax, Jerry Schwartz, Claude Matthews, Sam Robinson, Glenn Tuck, Chip Hurt, and Bob Siff are the guys in stripes today.
And this is an honor for them to get to make this game, too. These are top officials in the state that getting recognized and given these big games here down at UVA. They've did a great job all the years we've been covering them.
So first down and 23 now is the call after that penalty in the down and distance here for Sean Mitchell and the Tigers. He'll drop back to pass, throws it to Gray. Caught on the sideline at the 43, and he'll lean forward down to the 42-yard line. And he's just about 5 yards shy of the original line of scrimmage. So it should be second down and 15 coming up. Again, Gray on the season, a great turnout too here. Receptions 77, 1,003 yards and 10 touchdowns. Already with 4 catches in today's game. Four wides. Here's Mitchell. Again, back to pass. Throws it far sideline. This one caught. Perry's got it inside the 25-20. Still on his feet. And he's going to score. Khalid Perry to the house. Touchdown, Oscar Smith.
Khalid Perry showing what he can do if you get in a little bit of space. They throw that ball underneath to him, and then it's just all Mr. Perry making people miss. Outstanding run after catch. Part of it, I think he lost a shoe on that one as well. Look at that block setting it up. And here you see a couple defenders there, a third one, a fourth one, a fifth one, a sixth one. That's one shoe and one touchdown, 6 missed tackles.
Extra point attempt coming. And this one is up, and it is right through the uprights. So with 10:03 left to go in this second quarter of action, Oscar Smith has cut the Westfield lead in half. It's 14-7 Bulldogs, but some momentum has shifted over to the side wearing blue and yellow.
This Tiger offense is too good to give him extra series. That penalty, they had to stop the 3 and out. And here we go. Mitchell delivering the ball there. Petrella just can't get him.
This is where the shoe comes off right here. Doesn't matter.
Shoe optional for that touchdown.
That's right. Don't need it. Kind of messes up your celebration, though, when you don't have your cleat on.
It doesn't look to have affected his celebration, though. He's doing a good job.
Josh Gray, a couple catches there on that drive. That kind of helped set up that score.
Did you just feel it when they got that penalty? Yeah. They gave him the first down. You just kind of felt they gave him some energy, completed a couple of passes, started getting the momentum moving down the field. Sean Mitchell does what he does so well. He picks out. He's got 3 really talented guys he can throw the ball to, and he did it to all of them on that drive.
7 plays, 80 yards, minute 49 for that scoring drive for the Oscar Smith Tigers. I mean, Coach Morgan said it in the pregame. He said, hey, we got to get through the jitters early and settle into this football game. It looks like they did it there. Here's the kickoff, and the return back out to the 30-yard line. And that one by Tavon Green, who's had a couple touchdowns this year on kickoff returns. Good coverage by Shelton Hood.
Let's see what the Tigers can do with their defense here. They'd love to get a 3 and out, get that ball back to their offense, keep the momentum rolling. The other side, Westfield like to put some first downs together, move the ball, take some time off the clock.
So Westfield with the football back, trying to answer that Oscar Smith touchdown. 4 wide receivers for Ramon Johnson. Tim Beard in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. Straight ahead, past the 30, out to the 34. And he pushed back there, and this Oscar Smith crowd has come alive a little bit. And the defense swarming to the ball a little bit better.
Well, to start the second quarter, it was 3rd and 6 on the 10-yard line with 14-0 lead by Westfield. Big stand by Oscar Smith, and the missed field goal. Then what looked like it was going to be a 3 and out. The penalty, all the momentum right now since the start of this quarter has been with the Tigers.
Still a solid gain on first down. It's 2nd and 5 for Westfield. Tim Beard, the deep back to the left to Johnson. And Johnson's going to pull it and keep it himself. He's running to the near sideline. Now he cuts it up to the 40, out to the 41. And that's going to be a first down for Westfield.
And just what the doctor ordered for Westfield. Put a couple of good running plays together. Pick up the first down.
Let's go ahead and send it down to Grace Olson again on the sideline.
We just saw a big sack there again and then another stop. And Coach Richard Morgan told me before the game, he said, you know, his defense at the beginning of the season, it was pretty much a very young and inexperienced starting defense. But he said they've really learned their mechanics. They've learned their fundamentals. They've gelled as the season's gone on, and they've really hit their stride in the postseason. He said there's nothing really more that you could ask for. And maybe it is those jitters. They are young, so maybe they'll find their stride in this game as well as we move on, guys.
Thank you, Grace. And that run there by Ramon Johnson up to the 48-yard line. It'll be second and short coming up. Keyshawn Artis was the one that brought him down.
I think Ramon Johnson has found his stride, Andy.
Yes, he has.
He's playing outstanding here in this first quarter. You wouldn't think that this is his fourth start.
So second and short. Johnson will send out 3 wides to the right and 1 to the left. And it's a low snap. He'll grab it and pounce on it. He's going to lose a yard. It's going to be third down and about 4.
Johnson, the ball carrier for Westfield.
So a big third down here for this Oscar Smith defense. Can they get a stop?
So he snapped that ball up and hit himself. And it's fortunate for Westfield that Johnson was able to catch that ball. And as you say, they lost a yard, but it could have been much worse.
Johnson will go under center on 3rd and 3. I formation. And he'll hand it off to Beard straight ahead. And Tim Beard's got the first down to the Oscar Smith 47-yard line.
That's exactly how you have to run that play. He's behind his shoulder pads, got the forward body lean. He was not going to be stopped. After the hit, he keeps moving forward. Nice run by Beard there.
So Westfield having success running between the tackles with Tim Beard. They move the chains again. Approaching 7 minutes left here in this first half of play. I formation, handoff back inside to the fullback, J.I.L.O. And he'll grab about 2 yards on the carry. Artis coming up to make the tackle, along with Thomas Woodhouse.
Westfield's going heavy here this series. 2 tight ends, fullback, run out of I formation. The only wide receiver, Scanlon, to the top of the screen. You see the respect they have for Scanlon. They're double teaming him almost every play.
Again, an I formation on 2nd down and 7. Johnson under center. And he's going to give it to Beard, and this time Oscar Smith's all over it. Woodhouse again. He was right in there, Chris, to make that tackle.
Westfield pulls the play side tackle on this play, and the defense just shoots that gap. See the speed there, this Tiger defense making a play in the backfield.
So it's going to be 3rd down and long for Westfield.
See it right there. Outstanding job by the Oscar Smith defense. Read that play, get on the hip of the pulling tackle, and make the tackle in the backfield.
Johnson will set up in the shotgun with Beard behind him. Scanlon to the near sideline. He'll drop back to pass. He's going to look down the right side. This one's going to be incomplete. Frimpong was the intended receiver, and that one well overthrown. Oscar Smith had it well covered anyhow.
The Tigers did what they wanted to do on this drive. They did give up 1 first down, but then they hold. They're going to get the ball back. What at the beginning of this quarter looked like Westfield might go up by 3 scores, and now the Tigers getting the ball with an opportunity to tie it if they were able to put a touchdown up on the board on this drive.
So a punting situation here for the Bulldogs. There's Delaney, and he'll kick it high. This one's going to be a short kick. It's going to bounce at the 16 and roll all the way down to the Oscar Smith 6-yard line. So a perfect punt from Brian Delaney. And Oscar Smith will have a chance to tie this game. Sean Mitchell getting the play call there from Coach Richard Morgan. And Old Mo has kind of shifted around a little bit here, Chris, hasn't it?
Sure has. We'll see if they come out with their 5 wide on their own 6-yard line, or if they keep some backs in the backfield and try to run it.
Mitchell will go under center. He'll fake the give in the backfield. Looking across the middle. Mitchell throwing it deep. This one is going to be caught by Chappell.
Down to the 41. What a throw and catch there.
And that ball is about 55 yards in the air, and he couldn't have gone down there and handed it to him any better. Sean Mitchell showing his arm off there to his favorite receiver, Chappell. And that play is pretty well covered by Hewling. See it right here off the play action, plants his foot, steps up. He's got a clear lane, nobody in his face. He just lays it out there for Chappell to run underneath it.
Larry Chappell has got some wheels. He can really go. And he showed you on that reception there. He got behind the defense. Here's the first down carry. This one to Johnson straight ahead inside the 35, down to the 32. And a 9-yard gain. It's going to be second and short coming up.
Effective run for the Tigers. They only had 7 yards rushing up to that point. They got 9 yards on that play. Well, they doubled their total. But they're rolling now.
Whistles. They'll stop the action here.
And it's going to be on Westfield again. I think they lined up off sides. It's going to give another first down to the Tigers here. Coach Morgan's team is really starting to feel it right now, and it all starts with Mitchell, their quarterback. He has time to throw in a clear passing lane. He's been delivering the ball on target.
So 1st and 10. Mitchell will roll to the near sideline, and he's got a man open. And it's going to be caught down to the 17 of Westfield. And on the reception is Josh Gray.
It seems like a simple play, but Mitchell has to deliver that ball between 2 defenders. Green and Pickett are right there. Look like they're ready to make a play, and he just fires that over Pickett and in front of Green.
How about that camera work right there, coming right into your living room. Great job by our crew. Not only there, but also the rest of this day. It's been an awesome championship Saturday production. Here's the reverse. This one pitched back to Chappell down to the 15. And it's going to be a first down carry by Larry Chappell. And the Tigers will have it on the Westfield 15-yard line with 4:20 to play here in the second quarter.
Try to get the ball in Chappell's hands a number of different ways. Targeted him in the passing game over 10 times here in the first half. Also looking at ways to get him the ball, running the ball.
There's Mitchell in the shotgun. Looking down the field, now he's going to scramble. And he turns the corner. He's at the 11, and he bounces out to the 5, and Mitchell will dive to the 2. It'll be 1st and goal, Tigers.
I mean, he just makes good decisions. There's just nothing downfield for him there. Got 8 Bulldogs in coverage. Doesn't force it. Decides to bounce outside, get what he can get, turns it into a big play inside the 2-yard line.
How about this drive here, all the way back on their own 5-yard line? And they're on the Westfield 2, trying to tie it up. 1st and goal, the handoff in the backfield to Johnson. He'll bounce left, touchdown Tigers. Courtney Johnson on the score. And we're an extra point away from being knotted up.
Tigers are feeling it. Ever since that stop to start the second quarter, it's been all Tigers. Led by their quarterback, number 17, Sean Mitchell. Gets him down inside the 5, and then it's the heavy package that comes in, opens the hole for the touchdown.
There's the extra point attempt, and this one is up, and it's good. So with 3:45 left to go in the second quarter, we are tied at 14 apiece. Well, we told you at the beginning of the game,
Coach Morgan said that nobody expected us to get here but ourselves. So, you know, when a team comes in with a chip on their shoulder like that, it really gives them some fire. So we'll see if they keep that momentum going, guys.
Thank you, Grace. And a line drive kick will go through the end zone here for a touchback. And Westfield to have it first down and 10.
Westfield really does need to put at least some first downs together here. Can't have a 3 and out, give it back to him in good field position here late in the second quarter. And that's exactly what that man wants to happen. He wants his defense to get after him, keep all that momentum. He knows the power of having the momentum, having the fans behind you. His young team thrives on that. I'd like to keep it going here late in the second quarter.
Ramon Johnson is going to go under center here on 1st and 10. 2 wides to the near side, 2 tights, and a deep back. And the handoff will go to Tim Beard straight ahead, past the 20 to the 25. And a solid gain on 1st down.
That's classic Tim Beard run right there. He's actually hit behind the line of scrimmage, ends up picking up 5 yards. You see it right here. They get some penetration on the right side of their line. It's hit there at the 20. Next thing you know, he's got a 5-yard run.
5'8", 160 pounds, but he doesn't play like that. 2nd and 5. Johnson again under center. And motion in the backfield. This time Beard got a little anxious there. And Westfield will get called for a false start.
The Tigers brought their linebackers up into the A-gap there. Looked like going to bring some extra pressure. The first time we've seen that look today. Westfield got a little anxious there at the line. Beard took a step early, and they're going to move him back 5 yards.
2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Back at their own 20. Frimpong and Scanlon are the 2 wide receivers for Ramon Johnson. And he'll keep it on the quarterback. Read this one up to the 21, and not much there. Oscar Smith has made some adjustments. And one of them being they're putting somebody on Ramon Johnson on that read there.
I think that play, Dominic Jordan, interior defensive tackle, got off his blocker, and Johnson wasn't expecting him to be there. Able to make the play at the line of scrimmage.
So it's 3rd down and a long 9 for Westfield. In the shotgun, Ramon Johnson, 4 wide receivers. He'll fake the give. Now he's going to throw it across the middle, and it's caught. This one past the 35 out to the 43. And it's Eckert who hauled it in. And a great pass from Johnson. Kalik Perry on the tackle.
Look, if you're going to double team Scanlon, Johnson's got to be smart and go to one of his other receivers, get manned up. Quarterback slipped on that play, made the right decision, got the ball to Eckert quickly so he could pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
So Westfield moves the chains with 1:53 and counting left in the second quarter. Same formation. Johnson wants to give it this time to Beard. He's got some running room past midfield, and he's down to the 44-yard line of Oscar Smith. It'll be another 1st down for Westfield.
Great quickness by Beard there, hitting the hole. Johnson almost couldn't get him the ball. He hit that so quickly. See it right here. Great kick out block by number 73. Say that numerous times tonight.
Handoff again. Beard straight ahead inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. And a timeout will be called by the Bulldogs.
That'll be their 2nd. They got 1 more. It took plenty of time inside the 40, minute and a half to go here in the first half. One time.
They've adjusted the lineup. They've changed some schemes. They've switched out some guys in key positions, and it's worked out well. Here's the 2nd down play. Quick toss. This one incomplete. Good break on the ball out there. And it's Jay Jones who came up to knock that pass away. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Westfield probably the most consistent program from Northern Virginia over the past 15 years. They've got 1 state championship to their name back in 2007. But 2003 and 2007. 2. I knew that. I don't know why I missed that.
You were
I was
testing
thinking
me,
Stonebridge earlier.
You were testing me. Every time they've been here, they won.
Yeah, glad to see you're paying attention up here. Third down. Here's the handoff to Beard, and he's going to push the pile forward inside the 40 to the 36-yard line.
And I think that's the kind of call you make when you know you're going to go for it on fourth down. Thinking they need 2 plays to get 6 yards. Picked up half of it there.
So a timeout will be called. So Westfield winning in 2003 at 2. And it looks like it's going to be a fake. Tyler Scanlon's got it around the left end. He's got the first down. He's inside the 30 to the 29. And when big number 10 starts running with the ball, you know you got a chance because he's 6'6".
Well, over the years, he's done that multiple times. And the first key would be that Delaney's not back in there punting, that they might be doing something. Delaney gets just enough. He's getting ready to launch himself there. He didn't need to.
So a minute and 3 seconds left and counted here in this first half.
And frankly, they're already in Delaney's range. He was kicking them from 50 before the game. This will be a 47-yarder from here.
Ramon Johnson in the shotgun. And he will drop back to pass, looking for Scanlon, who's behind the defense. Scanlon's got it. Touchdown, Westfield. Tyler Scanlon, one-on-one. And we know that result.
That's a tough matchup for anybody. He's 6'6". He's an outstanding basketball player. He'll be playing at Boston University. He just went up and got the rebound there at the highest point. And Johnson, to his credit, gives the ball, delivers the ball where just he can go up and get it.
How about the athleticism from Tyler Scanlon to get his feet in, tiptoeing the sideline there, possession of the ball.
No, you need him to play quarterback. He throws 21 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. You need him to convert on a fourth down out of the punt. He does it. You need him to go up and get a touchdown late in the first half when all the momentum's going the other way. He does it.
So Delaney on for the extra point, and it's up and it's through. And with 41 seconds left here in this first half of play, Westfield has taken a 21-14 lead off of a Ramon Johnson to Tyler Scanlon pass and catch. Again, one more look at it for you.
Johnson just steps up, lays it up. Great job by Scanlon to go get it, keep possession, keep his feet in bounds. There's nothing you can do. Somebody that size, get a good look at it from behind here. Delivers the ball quickly, throws it high enough where Scanlon has time to adjust. It's an outstanding job by both quarterback and former quarterback, now wide receiver. It's like a good boxing match we have here. Both sides are delivering blows. The other side is answering. It's a big touchdown for Westfield because Westfield's going to get the ball to start the second half. Taking that one touchdown lead into halftime and get the ball. Got to like it if you're Coach Simmons.
I think people underestimate how fast Tyler Scanlon is for a big guy. He's got great speed. And Brandon Delbridge was the corner on that play. He's 6 foot, 180 pounds. He's not a small corner, Chris. Right. I mean, if you tell a defensive back coach you got a 6 foot corner, you go, okay, we got a chance. But when that guy's 6'6", you got problems here. Here's a kickoff, and the return back out to the 20-yard line goes Perry. He's around the corner. He's going to take it to the 32 and get knocked out of bounds there.
Great speed by Perry there. Looked like he was going to get contained, tackled around the 20, but he gets to the edge, gets it up, out past the 30-yard line. And, you know, frankly, Oscar Smith, they've got time here. The way they've been throwing the ball, moving it, they got 2 timeouts left, 33 seconds, starting at the 33. We may not be done with the scoring in this first half. Man, I think at some point Westfield's going to have to bring some extra pressure with their linebackers, the 4-man rush, because Mitchell, if you give him time standing back out there, he's picking them apart.
4 wide receivers. Here's Mitchell back to pass. He's looking again down the middle for Chappell. And this one is going to be incomplete, but here come the Yellow Hankies. Pass interference is going to be called on Joey Free.
Free had good position there. I think they're calling him on that right hand. He had the right hand around the shoulder. That's, you know, in high school, that'll be marked off from the line of scrimmage. So maybe not a bad play if he thinks he's going to catch it. You see it right here. He's got that arm up around the shoulder there of Chappell, and I think that's a great call by the official. Be a 15-yard penalty from the 33 to take him up to around the midfield. So, you know, Andy, 27 seconds left.
Oh, that's
Sean Mitchell with the ball.
That's an eternity.
2 timeouts. They can probably easily get 4 plays in here, maybe 5.
In today's world of football, I mean, you can see 3 touchdowns in that amount of time, right?
So the games we covered this year, we did.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Oscar Smith. The ball at the 48-yard line. Mitchell will drop back to pass, and the pocket collapses, and they got him back at the 44.
Aiello. Hello, Aiello. He's been in the backfield all game, coming off that edge.
Jay Aiello started the season wearing number 54 because he wasn't playing any offense. But you can't hand the ball to a 4-yard line. You're watching the 6A state championship game here on the NFHS network. 4 wide receivers for Mitchell. Out of the shotgun. Looking down the middle. The pocket's going to collapse again, and now he's going to throw it down the sideline. Gray, and it was open, but he couldn't get it to him.
It's too much pressure on Mitchell that time. It forced him out of the pocket, and he does see Gray opens up. Unfortunately for the Tigers, he just overthrows it a little bit. See it right here from the end zone. The pressure comes up the middle, forces him up. He sees Gray, and he just throws it a little bit too high, and he had all kinds of room.
So it's now 3rd down at 14. And you don't want to get yourself in a position where you got to give Westfield the ball back. Or even have to punt it here, Chris. They've almost blocked a couple punts. So here's Mitchell. Back to pass across the middle to Gray. And it's caught down to the 45.
Good job by Free there, keeping that in front of him, coming up and making the tackle. He'll give him that little underneath pass. What they don't want to do is just let him get behind him deep. Oscar Smith uses their last time out here with 9 seconds to go.
Where winners eat. The only problem you're going to have is you're going to have to wrestle Coach Chris Barassa to get to the front of the line. You don't take that lightly, do you, Coach?
Yeah, I'm not laughing. Love me some Subway.
So another timeout will be called. And this time it'll be the Westfield defense.
Well, Coach Simmons has no reason to take that timeout to halftime. See how they come out. Oscar Smith. Now, if I'm Westfield, I'm telling my defenders, nobody gets behind me. Put everything in front of you.
Mitchell will drop back to pass. All sorts of room to run, and now he's going to run sideways and throw it toward the sideline. This will be incomplete. And there'll be 1 second left on the clock.
In that case, Tigers wanted the time to run out because they're going to give Ramon Johnson and Westfield a chance with 1 second if they want to try to throw a Hail Mary here.
The ball will be marked at the Westfield 46. Can Johnson get it to the end zone from this point? What do you think?
He's got a cannon.
Chris says yes.
They may, Westfield may be happy to just take it to halftime here up by 7, but if they want, they have a chance. Everybody go vertical or throw something underneath and see if somebody can break a couple tackles.
How many times have we seen this scenario? You feel like, well, into the half, you got 1 second left, and something miraculous happens on a Hail Mary.
Well, they're lining up 4 wide, so we'll see. And they're putting Aiello in there, I'm assuming, to protect Johnson at running back.
4 wide receivers for Johnson. Scanlon is down here to the near sideline. Johnson will step back to pass, and now he's going to get hit, but he gets away from it. And Johnson will throw it up. This one will be incomplete. And that will end the first half of play with our score Westfield 21, Oscar Smith 14. The first 2 quarters of the 6A state championship are in the books. Both teams will head to the locker room.
Boy, that's a pretty entertaining, well-played first half. Both teams played outstanding, well-coached, good execution. Looking forward to the second half.
We'll await a quick word from Grace Olson with Coach Kyle Simmons here in a moment. Before we get to a break. Great ball game here for you. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come here on the NFHS Network. See the Tigers trotting off. They got to feel better about things after being down 14-0. They're right where they need to be.
They almost went down by 3 scores.
Let's send it down to Grace, who's got Coach Simmons. Go ahead, Grace.
Coach, your team came out of the gate with all the momentum, but the Tigers started ganging up. What do you need to do to prevent that from continuing to happen?
Well, that was a great start for us. Our defense was bleeding a little bit, but they got 2 turnovers, something they've been doing the entire playoffs. We scored pretty quickly on offense, and then I kind of got away from the game plan a little bit. What was working, started trying to throw the ball a little too much. The missed field goal hurt. The roughing the punter hurt, and they got some momentum back. We got some back there at the end, so I feel like we're in a good place. We're going to get the ball, I believe, to open the half. So we're going to try to keep this thing going, bring a trophy home.
How do you utilize some of the adversity you've faced throughout the season at this point?
I don't think anybody's thinking about the adversity right now, but just the fact that we've experienced it, our kids are stronger because of it, and so it's not on anybody's mind. I just think we're a stronger team because of it.
Best of luck in the second half. Thank you, Coach. Andy, back to you.
Thank you, Grace, and that'll send us away for a quick break. Come on back. The halftime show is next. 21-14, Westfield leads it in the 6A state championship game. Show you some first half highlights here from this one, and it all starts with a great drive for Oscar Smith going down the field, but Kevin Petrello, the guy we highlighted as the linebacker here, the leader of this defense, stepped in front of the pass and set up this touchdown drive. Tim Beard from 5 yards out, and Westfield takes a 7-0 lead. And on the next series for Westfield, Ramon Johnson does it himself. From about 45 out, he takes it all the way to the house.
After another turnover that Ayala created on the sack.
Sean Mitchell and the Tigers, they would climb back here with this Westfield defense and start finding some success. Kalik Perry on the touchdown reception. He would take it inside the 10 and bounce out of a shoe there, but found a way to the end zone. And then finally it was Courtney Johnson who jumps into the end zone for the second score for Oscar Smith. The big score at the end of this first half was Tyler Scanlon on a touchdown catch, and this one put Westfield up 21-14. And that's where we stand right now. The future Boston University basketball player with the big touchdown catch there. As we take a look here at our Farm Bureau Insurance stats at the half, what stands out, Coach Barassa?
Well, 174 yards rushing for Westfield, but 239 yards passing. Sean Mitchell's really thrown the ball when he's had time.
Key stat I see is turnovers. 2 for Oscar Smith, none for Westfield. That can always play a big part in how a championship unfolds.
Coach Morgan, I'm probably saying at halftime right now, we don't turn the ball over. We're leading, and we're feeling good right now.
So those are your halftime stats, again, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. We appreciate their support here to bring you these championship events right here on the NFHS Network. And with that, we'll send it away for another break. Come on back. The start of the third quarter is coming up next here from Charlottesville. Again, Westfield leads at 21-14. Here on the sideline. Go ahead, Grace.
Coach, your team really found some spark there in the second quarter. What do you think? What did you see out there on the field?
We just stopped making our mistakes. We stopped turning the ball over and we started executing our game plan. We executed it really well in the first drive and didn't come away with any points, but we just got to stay within ourselves and play our game. I really liked the way we played the second quarter. I wasn't happy with, we worked on that fake punt, and then it happens and we give it up, and that's frustrating. But like I told the guys, you got 24 minutes. We need to outscore Westfield by 8 for the state championship. If you would have told us that way back in June, I'll take it. So let's just see if we can play our best 24 and see if that's good enough.
All right, 24 minutes to go. Thank you, Coach. Good luck, and back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Grace. Both teams making their entrance back onto the field. When they're all blues today, Westfield with that Vegas gold and white. Back to receive the kickoff here in the third quarter. Tavon Green. And we're just about ready to go. So the Tigers have it teed up. And here's the kick, a low line drive kick angling towards the sideline. This is going to go out of bounds, so it will be a penalty on Oscar Smith.
It's going to give good field position to Westfield to start this second half. Should start on the 40-yard line.
So the Bulldogs will have good field position here, as Chris said. As you see, Coach Morgan not entirely happy with that kick. Let's send it back down to Grace Olson on the sideline. Grace?
Okay, I am with a Tigers cheerleading squad. They got their cute yellow bows going, and they've been loud and proud all game long. Girls, I want you to show these guys watching TV right now, watching this game, your favorite cheer that gets you pumped up for every game. Can you show me that real quick? Yeah! All right, let's do it. They're counting down.
All right, great cheer there from the Oscar Smith cheerleaders. And here we go. We will kick it again, and it's a high kick. This one will be caught by Tavon Green back at the 10-yard line. Green has some running room past the 30, and he's cut down at the 39-yard line. And that's where Westfield will start 1st and 10 on their first possession of the second half.
Well, they go ahead and ask them to kick it again because they have so much confidence in their kick return team. They want to give the returners a chance. They get it back out to the 39, so it's kind of a wash.
You see Ramon Johnson trotting back out. He's had a great first half, 4 of 8 for 76 yards and a touchdown, and he's run for another 70. He'll send out 3 wide receivers on 1st and 10. Tim Beard to his right, and he will give it to Beard, and he will get swallowed up quickly back behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 37-yard line. And a great tackle there on the edge by Wilfred Long. And Long with some impressive stats. 65 tackles on the season, 18 tackles for a loss. Add another one there. 6 sacks and 11 QB pressures.
Well, again, they pull a backside guard there, and they just slant down behind that. He gets penetration, and that's a couple times tonight we've seen that defensive line get a tackle in the backfield, running in behind the pulling guard or pulling tackle.
3 wides again. Johnson's going to keep it this time. He's got all sorts of running room. Right side past midfield down to the 45, and the ball comes out. Yeah, they're going to say Oscar Smith football.
Yeah, Johnson was stumbling as he got through the line of scrimmage and didn't see who made the strip there, but an outstanding job as he's going to the ground, stripping the ball. The Tigers create the turnover that they were looking for on the first drive to get the momentum back.
So Oscar Smith creates the turnover. Looked like some indecision there for a moment. We'll go back and watch and see what happened here.
He just pulls it and he trips up, loses his balance.
Oh, he was definitely losing the ball.
Great job, not only to create the strip, but to recover it by Jones. That's an outstanding football play there.
Oscar Smith now with a 1st and 10 on the Tiger 44. And they'll hand it off in the backfield. Johnson for no gain. Westfield all over it. Bryson Mallow up to make the tackle, along with Billy Pickett.
Mallow and Pickett, a couple undersized outside linebackers, but they just make plays.
Let's go ahead and send it back down to Grace.
Saw that fumble, guys. Remember the Tigers in the region final against Thomasdale. The third quarter, the offense couldn't get anything going. The defense forced 3 turnovers, all on their own side of the field, you know, so that they can make those kind of plays happen.
There's Mitchell back to pass. He throws it across the middle. It's caught by Gray inside the 40 to the 31. And he's tackled there. A 1st down and 10 for Oscar Smith. Cole Hewlin finally made the tackle on Gray, but not after he grabbed a good 20-plus yard gain.
Again, a clear lane for Mitchell to throw the ball over the middle. They find a soft spot, and Gray just makes the play.
Here's Mitchell rolling to the near sideline. Another catch, this time Gray on the sideline down to the 20 of the Bulldogs. And it'll be another first down for the Tigers. Well, here comes Oscar Smith.
Sean Mitchell rolling to his right, delivering a strike to the flat. It's twice he's been able to drop it over Pickett into a receiver there. Another big first down, and they're moving the ball now after that turnover.
Mitchell in the shotgun with 3 wides. He'll fake the give in the backfield. Looking across the middle. This one caught by Chappell inside to the 4. First and goal, Tigers.
Chappell does such a good job of finding the soft spot in the zone. Either sitting down or running through it. And Mitchell, again, off the play action, gets on his back foot, steps, and delivers a strike between 3 white shirts to Chappell, setting him up inside the 5-yard line.
So first and goal for Oscar Smith. And the snap, the handoff will go to Johnson, who leans forward towards the goal line. And he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. People are going to get tired of hearing Mitchell to Chappell. Both of them juniors. Hard to defend Larry Chappell in open field.
Well, and with Gray and Perry, I mean, who do you try to stop? If you try to stop one of them, there's another very talented receiver on the other side of the field.
Jumbo backfield. Mitchell will hand it again to Johnson, and he's running to the right. Nothing there. Westfield's got him stood up. And it's going to be third and goal. Excellent job.
Penetration, Andy. Before he gets a chance to make a move with the ball, there's already a white shirt in the backfield. He cuts it back in. Pursuit of about 8 guys in white jerseys. Wraps him up. Loss of 1 on that play.
Big play here for the Tigers. Can they get it in? This Westfield defense is stout, especially against the run. Mitchell will send a couple receivers to his left. He's got Johnson in the backfield. On third and goal, he'll drop back to pass. Throws and it's picked off by Hewlin. Hewlin's got it back to the 20. Cole Hewlin with 1 man to beat, and he's going to cut it up to the 46, and it's going to be Westfield football. Defense again for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Hewling read that the whole way. He jumps the route. It's a little short slant. See it right here. Looks it into him, and there's just no way to get that ball to his receiver. When you're that close to the goal line, there's less field to defend, so you don't have to drop back. Hewling's defending the goal line. It's a great job jumping that route, getting the ball back to midfield. Put a little asterisk on that one, Andy, for later in the game.
So the Bulldogs have it again, 1st and 10 on offense on their own 47. And the handoff goes to Tim Beard. He's past midfield to the Oscar Smith 48. Gain of about 4 as Westfield dodges another bullet. Second time today that they've had Oscar Smith inside the 5-yard line going in for a score, and they've been able to get an interception. Well, folks, if you'd like to buy a copy of this game, you can do so right here online at nfhsnetwork.com. Choose from this Virginia High School League championship or any other championship, including football, basketball, cheerleading, volleyball, swimming, and more. Click on the blue, get the DVD button, and take home your own memory. Here's Beard all the way up to the 30, and he's still on his feet to the Oscar Smith 26. On a big first down run, and how the field changes here. Chris Barassa, a moment ago, it was third and goal on the Westfield 2-yard line.
We'll see this play. Just a simple run. Ayala kicks out. Beard just gives him a soft leg, pulls it back, spins, and look at that offensive line downfield. Can stand on their blocks. Another 15 yards after the initial contact. But you called it earlier. It was the run defense that set up that interception. They could not run the ball in from the 2-yard line.
Johnson under center on first down. High formation, and now penalty flags come out. And this one might go against Oscar Smith.
Yeah, a lot of jumping around on the defensive line there, and as they moved, I think they crossed the line of scrimmage, which is a penalty in high school football. As soon as you cross that line, flag comes out. I'm going to give Westfield. I'm trying to call them the Bulldogs here. I should just use the Bulldogs today. Westfield, an extra 5 yards on the penalty.
So it will be first down and 5.
This has been a game of swings back and forth. And throwing haymakers and getting up, dusting himself off and fighting back.
Ivory Frimpong to the near side. Tyler Scanlon to the far on 1st and 5 for Westfield. Johnson under center. And he's going to draw his own team to start early.
Give him that 5 yards right back.
Last week against South County, Chris, you and I called that game. And Westfield used incredibly long snap counts. I have this theory. I think it's a great idea. But typically, more times than not, that's what happens. I mean, just somebody jumps at some point on the offensive side of the ball. So 1st and 10. Back now at the 27-yard line. And the handoff goes to Beard, who breaks free through the middle of the line. He's up to the 20. And he's going to be tackled there. Gain of about 8. And a 2nd and short play coming up. Artis on the tackle for Oscar Smith. We got to say thank you up here today to our spotter in the booth, Kyle Kuhn, who's doing a great job for us. Because when you come to these big stadiums, Chris, it's a little further away, isn't it?
He's making us look good on the call.
Yes, he is. We appreciate your help, Kyle. 2nd down and short.
A little confusion the way to line up here.
Here's the snap. Johnson's going to keep it. Trying to bounce it outside. Now he spins forward. He's to the 19. That'll be 3rd and 1 coming up. Good sportsmanship there by Johnson, helping the defender for Oscar Smith back up off the ground. So what will Westfield do here? 3rd down, and it's a long 2, so we'll call it 3rd and 3 from the Oscar Smith 20-yard line. 4 wide receivers for Johnson. And he will give it to Beard straight ahead, and Beard's got the 1st down. He's to the 15, and that will move the chains for Westfield.
Well, they go 4 wide, but the reason they're doing that is trying to get blue shirts out of the box and give their front 5 a better chance to create a hole there for Beard. They do exactly that.
This Westfield offensive line has been dominant this evening. Watch this. I mean, Tim Beard was not touched for 5 yards.
They moved the line of scrimmage 3 yards on that play.
1st and 10 for Westfield. 2 backs now in the backfield with Johnson. And the ball's going to come out, and Oscar Smith has it back. Fumble on the exchange. And it's going to be Tiger football. And there's a couple Bulldogs that are shaking up at the end of that play. And one of them was the quarterback, Johnson, who ran off the field, but we've got another injured Bulldog down at the 13-yard line.
That's the first time we've seen a problem with the mesh point there. Looked like both the quarterback and the running back thought they were going to each get the ball. See, you got a great view of it right here. Tries to pull it at the last second. The ball bounces away from him.
Woodhouse on the recovery for Oscar Smith. And a break there. So, you know, they probably felt like they gave Westfield one on their end, on the other side. And Westfield gives it right back.
Very un-Westfield-like. First 2 drives in the second half. Turning the ball over. Yeah, they're looking to take more than a 1-score lead here. Try to create some separation. Tigers are trying to tie this ball game up, and uncharacteristic of Westfield put the ball on the ground like that in 2 straight drives.
Christian Carl was the injured Bulldog who's being helped off the field. Hope he's okay. So it's 1st down and 10 for the Tigers, back at their own 16-yard line. And they trot back out in a shotgun formation. 4 wides. Here's Mitchell. He'll hand it off to Johnson. And Johnson bouncing it to the right side. He's got some running room. Past the 20. Still on his feet to the 25. And finally hit out right there by that Bulldog defense. But a good run by Courtney Johnson there. He'll be a yard shy of the 1st down. Great job of keeping his feet alive and running through arm tackles. So 2nd and 1. Mitchell in the shotgun. Again, will hand to Johnson straight ahead. And Johnson's got some running room past the 30 to the 35 and all the way out to the 37-yard line. That'll move the chains for Oscar Smith.
Keeping the Westfield defense honest here with this running game. Johnson doing a good job waiting for the hole to develop and then shooting through it.
Quick give left side, not much there that time. Maybe a yard. Billy Pickett up to make the play.
Johnson on 3 straight carries. I think we've seen him run the ball 3 times in a row all night.
So 2nd down and 9. Mitchell takes the give. He's under pressure, throws it across the middle. It's picked off again. Petrello's got it at midfield, down to the 40 and to the Oscar Smith 35. Another interception for junior linebacker Kevin Petrello. And he has just had an unbelievable back half of the season. And tonight he's already got 2 picks here in the state championship game.
I mean, it's just so smart. He watches where Mitchell is looking and just gets underneath the route again. See it right here off play action. He's following him the whole way, trying to get the ball to Chappell. Petrello just does a great job getting underneath that, getting the pick. 4 possessions by the 2 teams here in the second half, 4 turnovers. We'll see who can take advantage of these turnovers and put some points on the board.
Johnson trots back out. His offense now on the Oscar Smith 32. 3 wide receivers, and they'll hand it off to Beard, who cuts inside past the 30. Still on his feet to the 25-20. Inside to the 17-yard line of Oscar Smith with another Westfield first down.
Beard is having himself a game tonight. He's running so hard. Great forward body lean, the counter step there, and he just takes it inside on the zone play, and once he gets to the second level, picks up another 15 yards inside the 20.
Johnson again, same formation, and he'll hand it to Beard once more. Beard bouncing off a tackle, and he's going to go sideways after a yard gain. Good job and a good tackle there by Keyshawn Artis. Artis coming into the game had 82 tackles, 6 tackles for a loss, a sack, and 3 forced fumbles.
Just pulling everybody from the backside there, trying to get a lot of blockers at the point of attack. Good job by Oscar Smith taking on those blockers and minimizing the gain just to a yard.
So 2nd and 9. Johnson's just going to keep it on. Quarterback draw. He's got running room to the left. Inside the 10, down to the 5, and Johnson leans forward to the goal line. Touchdown, Westfield. He got it in the corner.
Tell you, Nolan Cockrell should get some credit for that. Number 97, the tight end for Westfield. He just gets into the defender, the cornerback, and just makes a great block. Let's watch him here. This is a run from the beginning. Cockrell right there making a block, freeing up Johnson to get it in and touch the pylon.
Oscar Smith crowd thought he fumbled, but all it has to do is cross the plane.
As soon as he hit that pylon, the play was over. It was a touchdown. See right here, he leans forward, touches the pylon with the ball. Touchdown.
Great job by our video crew there to catch that one. Here's Delaney's extra point attempt, and he belts this one right through the middle. And with 2:05 left in the third quarter, Westfield takes a lead of 28-14. Watch it one more time, and at the end of this play, Johnson will reach the ball out. Let's see if it was coming out before he hits the pylon. Let's see if we can see it here.
I think he's just reaching it out with his hand.
Well, that's a tough angle right there. I'll tell you what.
The referee was right on the pylon there.
I mean, we slowed it down to practically nothing for you, and I don't know if you could determine it one way or the other. But the minute the nose of the ball touches past the goal line, that's a touchdown. So it has nothing to do with whether it hit the pylon and came out. The minute the nose gets past the goal line, that's a touchdown. And that's what the official called. But it's a lot closer on that replay afterwards.
Finally, one of these teams converts a turnover here in the third quarter into a touchdown. Westfield takes a 2-touchdown lead. We're going to see it here from
Watch it again. Let's see if it's coming out of his hand when he reaches it out.
I think he's just reaching it, Andy.
Yeah, I think it's a touchdown.
Yep, I think it's a good call. And the official was literally right on the line there. A great look at it.
I'll be honest with you, Chris. We've had 3 looks at it, maybe 4. I don't know if you have indisputable evidence. They don't have replay down on the field, but did we see anything that would overturn that?
Nope.
I didn't think so either.
Delaney again puts another one in the end zone, forcing the Tigers to start at their own 20. They need some magic from Sean Mitchell here. Try to get another drive and see if they can finish it this time.
So Mitchell will trot back out. He's had his Tigers inside of Westfield territory a couple times inside the 5, and both times he's come away with interceptions instead of touchdowns. So they've moved the ball well, but this Westfield defense is stiffened when it matters most. There's Mitchell back to pass, and he's going to be under duress. He throws it towards Larry Chappell on the sideline, but that one's going to be incomplete. Montague applying the pressure.
And with the 2-score lead here, maybe going to be throwing the ball a little bit more. See his numbers there. 296 yards already. Got 3 interceptions, 2 of them by Petrella.
They've been big, but he's had a ton of success going down the field to Chappell. You wonder if they'll go back to the middle of the field with number 19. 2nd down and 10. Mitchell in an empty set now. Back to pass. Again, nobody open. Mitchell's going to take off and run. All sorts of room. He's past the 30 to the 35, and that'll be a 1st down for Oscar Smith.
A smart play by Mitchell there. Nothing open, only 3 men rushing. He's able to get to the edge easily. Just bounces it outside, picks up the 1st down, moves the chains, line up for 1st down.
So the Tigers marching here with 1:51 left in this 3rd quarter of action. Andy Hayes, Chris Barassa, and Grace Olson with you here on the NFHS Network. Proud to bring you the Virginia High School League State Championships here today all across the Commonwealth. 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell. Again, under pressure, trying to evade the rush. And he'll get around the corner momentarily, and he's going to be tackled and sacked back at the 32-yard line. Great pursuit by the Bulldogs. Aiello chasing him down along with Zach Jewell as you see the dog pound. Seeing themselves up on the big screen here at Scott Stadium.
Again, forced out of the pocket. Good coverage downfield. Almost went down. Didn't quite touch the knee, but good pursuit there by Jewell. Aiello cleans it up.
So 2nd down and long. Here's Mitchell rolling to the near sideline. And he's going to have to throw it away as Montague was in his face again. This Westfield defense, and we said this last week against South County, Chris, every time there was a throw down the field, it looked like they had 2 or 3 guys covering somebody.
Right.
I mean, they're very difficult to get out of position. The only time really tonight we've seen Oscar Smith have some success, it's been in the middle of the field with Chappell on a post route, or Gray kind of staying down the sideline and finding the soft spot in the zone.
Well, and the reason they seem to have so many white shirts in coverage is because they've been able to get pressure with just 3-man front, 4-man fronts, keep 7 guys, 8 guys in coverage.
Again, Westfield will rush 3. On 3rd and 11, Mitchell back to pass. And he's going to throw it across the middle, and it's going to be caught for a 1st down out to the 45-yard line by Josh Gray. And a great job there by Gray to haul that one in and hold on.
We're going to get a good look at it here. Delayed blitz by Montague. Throws it over the middle to Gray. It's a little behind him. He just makes a nice catch as Hewling coming up to hit him just as the ball arrives. Good job by Gray there. making an adjustment, holding on to the ball.
That time the offensive line for Oscar Smith held the pocket in check and gave Mitchell time to throw. So first down and 10. And it looks like a timeout will be called here by Westfield. So with that, we'll send it back. Well, we'll come down to Grace Olson here in a moment.
We're out in front on that issue. We have a mandatory education program for concussions, parents, students, and coaches.
Concussion stuff is hugely important now. Do you deal with equipment and things like that specifically?
We deal with part of the rules. I think the equipment, the techniques, tackling and blocking techniques, those are things.
Obviously a lot going on out on the field. Let's send it back up to you guys in booth. Thank you so much, Ken.
Thank you.
And there's a touchdown pass on a halfback toss to Larry Chappell, who connects.
Chappell just shows his speed there. It's a simple little play, a handoff underneath, halfback pass, and Chappell just sprints down the sideline on a go route. Beautiful throw by Oscar Smith, running back there. Hits Chappell right in stride.
Shelton Hood is the backup quarterback, and he was the one that threw the ball. And Chappell, with that great speed, catches up to it.
It's the answer the Tigers needed. Down 2 scores. Get one of them back before the end of the third quarter, and we got us another ball game going here.
So 28-21, our score here in Charlottesville. And the Oscar Smith side of the stadium now with something to stand up and cheer about. Great call out of the timeout. And it caught Westfield off guard some. And it looked like for a moment Hood had overthrown Chappell, but he put a little speed burst on it.
It's hard to overthrow Chappell. Look at those numbers. 7 receptions, 197 yards, and that touchdown right there. And we still have a quarter to play.
And Larry Chappell, we told you about in the pregame, is the impact player to watch along with Sean Mitchell. We got that one right. We talked about Scanlon and Kevin Petrello. We got that one right.
Every once in a while.
So far, so good. We're 2 for 2.
The players at that skill level, it's not hard. You know that they're going to have an impact on this ball game, and their impact's not over yet.
Big series coming up here for this Westfield offense. And the same can be said for that Oscar Smith defense. They've been able to stand tall at times tonight, get some turnovers, and keep their team in it. And you see what happens when their offense has time to throw the ball down the field. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be a low line drive kick angling towards the right sideline. It's going to be out of bounds. And that will give Westfield good field position while they kick it again.
Last time they kicked it out of bounds, Coach Simmons had him kick it again from the 35. Likes his kick return team.
So it does look like they'll make him kick it one more time. They'll move the ball back to the 35-yard line. Again, you're watching the 6A state championship games. You take a look at Kyle Simmons, the head coach at Westfield, with a 60-8 record.
They didn't miss a beat when he took over as head coach from Coach Verbanek.
Does a tremendous job. Playoff record 14-4. He's in his 5th season. Here's the kick. It's going to be a high, short kick again, angling out of bounds, and Westfield may make him kick it again.
Well, they take the penalty here. They get the ball at the 45. Oh.
Well, we asked Coach Sibgo, and they had a tough defeat. But then this year to come back and get Westfield into the championship game, there's just a lot of people rooting for Kyle Simmons and the Westfield Bulldogs. And they've encountered quite a bit of adversity. Lost one of their former players here a couple weeks back, Connor Bouveron. A tragic passing of a young man that played for Westfield for 4 years. So the Bulldogs trying to answer that score. Here's the kickoff. It'll bounce up into the air to Frimpong, who's out past the 40 to the 44-yard line, and that's where Westfield will start 1st and 10. And on that note, Chris, asking Coach Kyle Simmons last week after they beat South County what it felt like, and he said, I'm just glad for everybody in the community, everybody in the program to just take a deep breath, and now we got that out of the way. They had lost 4 consecutive state semifinal games until last week. And that was a big thing to get off their back, wasn't it?
Well, it was a definitive win. They were up 40-0 at one point in that game, ended up winning 40-8, and they just dominated. They came in here with a lot of confidence, and it's showing tonight.
So trips to the right for Johnson on 1st and 10. And the handoff goes straight ahead to Tim Beard. And we'll go ahead and send it down to Grace. Grace, you wanted to add more on top of that comment?
Yes, I talked to Coach Simmons about that South County game last week, and he said, honestly, the entire game was a blur. He said, I honestly can't even remember all the details from it. He had to go back and watch film to really recollect what happened. He said he just did not expect a turnout like that, guys.
Thank you, Grace. Here's the snap on 2nd down. Tim Beard's got some room to the left side. He's inside the 50 down to the Oscar Smith 46. Kieran Turner was the man that took him down. It'll be 3rd and short coming up.
And you know,
so that's going to end the 3rd quarter of play. Westfield holding on to a 7-point lead. We're back here in Charlottesville right after this quick word from our sponsors.
I'd be surprised to see Johnson keep it behind his big offensive line.
And it'll be a quarterback sneak straight ahead, and it will be a 1st down carry for Johnson. And Westfield will move the chains again.
And if I'm Coach Simmons during that break between quarters, I'd put in my offensive line and say, look, you guys can win this football game for us. We control the line of scrimmage. We run the ball, take some time off the clock, put another score up on the board. It's going to be very hard for Oscar Smith. That's what he's relied on his offensive line all year. Don't see him doing anything different here in the last quarter of the last game of the season.
So now Johnson in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Ball marked on the Oscar Smith 41. And he'll pull the fake there. He's got a man running down the middle of the field. It's caught to the 15-yard line. And it's Cockrell who hauled it in. Nolan had to go up high to catch it. What a great athletic move by a big man there.
Great call on 1st down. They've been running the ball almost exclusively on 1st down. They go play action, run the tight end up the seam, throw the ball up high. That big tight end go up and get it. Great call, great play, one-handed catch.
Talented tight end prospect is Nolan Cockrell. 1st down, and it's going to be an end around. This one coming backside to Hewling, and he's got it down to the 11 where he's knocked out of bounds there. Nice play call for the Bulldogs. We'll set up a 2nd down and about 6. Watch it again.
And pull a backside guard to front side tackle.
How about Johnson with the block right there? On Long, that he was going to tackle him.
Frees up Hewling, pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
So 2nd down, Westfield knocking on the door. 3 wide receivers. Johnson's going to keep it himself around the left end. He's got running room. He cuts it up at the 4, and the ball comes out again. Oscar Smith has got it going back the other way. Khalid Perry past midfield, racing down the sideline. Good night. Touchdown, Tigers. Khalid Perry.
Khalid Perry makes the strip, to stop the strip, and the recovery. There is a flag down. But what a play by Perry when he needed to make it. Inside the 5, makes the tackle, the strip, and the recovery and the return.
How how many turnovers have we seen tonight in crucial situations? And a flag is on the field. Let's find out what it is here.
Might have been sideline obstruction there where the players came out on the field a little bit. If it's just a warning, it will be a touchdown. But it's going to be a sideline warning, so it looks like that play is going to count, Andy. Huge play by Perry there, just when they needed it.
Unbelievable. Westfield was inside the 5-yard line. Johnson had the first down. It was going to be 1st and goal. And Kalik Perry picks up the fumble and goes to the house. Here's the extra point, and it's up and in, and we're tied, folks. Go figure. Westfield, Oscar Smith, tied in the 4th quarter.
See it right here. He just pulls it, and it looks like he might have a chance to get in the end zone. Perry just pursues it, makes the tackle, the strip, recovery, and then makes the house call. Second big play of the game by Perry to score. One offensively, one defensively. Great pursuit there to get to him. That's just an outstanding football play, Andy. And then Perry's got the speed to finish it.
Kalik Perry has turned this game around. Westfield was going in. Wow.
Tell you, we've seen a number of turnovers. Some of them are just from outstanding defensive plays. And not just poor judgment, just excellent football plays by the defenders.
So 28-28 now. Oscar Smith has tied it up with 10.5 left here in this 4th quarter. And here's a low kick. It'll bounce into the hands of the Bulldogs. That's Frimpong back at the 20. Got it out to the 39, and that's where he falls down. It'll be 1st and 10 Bulldog football. Well, I told you back home that Chris Barrasso does not do anything but instant classics. He just has that written in his contract. So you're in luck. We got one brewing right here, don't we, Coach?
Yes, sir. And, you know, it looks like the game's going to change for Westfield to put another 2-score lead up in the 4th quarter. Sudden change going the other way for the Tigers. We're all tied up with about 10.5 minutes to go here.
2 backs in the backfield for Johnson and 3 wide receivers. Here's the give. He'll hand it off to Beard, who's running straight ahead past the 45, and Beard to the 46 has a gain of 8 on 1st down. Keyshawn Artis, the man with the tackle.
But Beard just continues to run behind this big offensive line. Repeatedly getting big chunks of yardage on 1st down.
Twins to the near side now, I formation. And Johnson will keep it straight ahead. He's got the 1st down past the 49. And that'll move the chains. If you're Westfield, you just keep going back to what's been working. They just got to hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Chris, I mean, they've been driving the ball every series.
Well, their running game's been outstanding the entire game. The offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage. And Baird has run very well. Johnson has run very well. But like you say, they just have to finish drives. Trust that big offensive line.
I formation again. Johnson with Beard in the backfield. He'll hand it to Aiello straight ahead. The fullback rumbling down to the 45. He's got a quality gain on 1st down. Kalik Perry comes up to make the tackle.
Offensive line is just moving the line of scrimmage. Aiello doesn't come to a blue shirt until he gets 3 yards down from the line, the original line of scrimmage. Nice pickup on 1st down. They continue to do that.
Good luck wrestling the ball away from Aiello.
No pun intended.
Yeah, he was not giving that one up. 2nd down and short. And the handoff goes to Beard. Right side. Breaks through. Past the 40. Tim Beard to the 35. All the way to the 33. And the ball's on the turf again. And Westfield comes up with it. Fortunate break for the Bulldogs. And guess who hops on it?
Scanlon.
Mr. Clutch, Tyler Scanlon. And that's the first time we've really called his name in the third quarter, fourth quarter time period here.
Yep.
Number 10 needs to find the football some.
Well, I think Coach Simmons, look at that, the ball almost is recovered by the Tigers. But I think Coach Simmons is happy with the running game. Using Scanlon as a decoy, they go 3 and 4 wide.
Shotgun formation on 1st and 10. Johnson going to tuck it and run in a blitz. They got him as he leans forward and may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. It was Artis coming off the left edge.
Hey, Artis stepping up his game here in the fourth quarter. Seems we call his name on almost every tackle. Just a design quarterback draw, but that little counter step to delay it gives Artis enough time to get into the backfield and make the tackle.
There's Johnson straight ahead on another run. He's down to the 32. It'll be 3rd down coming up for Westfield.
Big play, even though Delaney's got a strong leg, this is maybe a little too much of a stretch. Be a 50-yarder from here.
Scanlon split out to the near sideline, 2 to the far for Johnson. It's 3rd down and long. Johnson, no, look out, it got him. The ball's on the ground and it's going to be picked up by the Tigers. No, dropped. Still on the ground, and finally Oscar Smith has it back. Artis had it for a moment, and he was going to make a house call if he picked it up.
I tell you, he's the one that ultimately ended up recovering it. Big hit. Johnson is looking to his left. Backside pressure. He doesn't feel it, doesn't know it's coming. You'll see it right here. It's play action. Jones makes the big hit for the backside. Artis trying to pick it up the first time. It rolls back to him. He ultimately recovers it. Big opportunity for the Tigers to take the lead here.
It's Sean Artis with a couple monster plays here on that drive. Here's the 1st down play. They'll fake it in the backfield. Mitchell wants it all down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Great defense in the back end by Cole Hewing.
Andy, 4 turnovers by Westfield. They've been able to move the ball with 4 turnovers in the second half after none in the first half. It's given Oscar Smith a chance to get right back in this. You see Mitchell's arm there, but good job by Hewing for the safety position, going up and knocking that ball down. Well covered by Green as well.
He threw that about 55 in the air on a dot. But double coverage from Green and Hewing. Here's the 2nd down play. Now they'll run it back to Johnson, and Johnson is there. He's cut down at the 49. It'll be 3rd and long coming up here for Oscar Smith. Good open field tackle by Bryson Mallow.
Yeah, Mallow stayed home there, made a nice tackle. Looked like he had some room to run. Bounces it outside, as you say, good open field tackle.
That's one thing the Westfield defense does as well as anybody we watch all year. They do the little things. They force you back inside. Mallow kept that outside leverage right there. Great fundamental defense. 3rd and 7. And a penalty flag comes down. It looks like it's going to go against Oscar Smith. And that'll march him back 5 yards. Take a look at both coaches here. This is the time of the game where you bite your fingernails a little bit. And you're looking at that play sheet saying, what's going to work? Oscar Smith's going to call a timeout. And this is a big play. 3rd and 11. We'll call it 3rd and 12. It's a long 11. And Oscar Smith wants to talk it over. What a ball game for you, folks. Two great programs here in the state of Virginia. Tigers that. They went right through the playoffs, and they're back here again. 3rd and 11. Here's Mitchell back to pass. Pocket breaking down. It's going to be thrown. This one caught by Gray. First down at the Westfield 36-yard line. And Mitchell hung onto that ball as long as he possibly could and found Josh Gray.
Well, Westfield chose just to bring 3, drop 8 into coverage. Good protection there. It starts to break down. He finds Gray in a soft spot in the zone. Picks up the first down. Good job by Mitchell there, finding the open receiver, getting him the ball.
So a huge conversion here with 6 minutes left in this state championship game. Oscar Smith, after another Westfield turnover, has it inside of Bulldog territory on the move. Sean Mitchell, the quarterback, with 4 wide receivers. He'll give it to Johnson straight ahead, and Johnson will grab a couple yards down to the Westfield 34-yard line.
Nice job by Zachary Jewell there. Trello.
Grace, go ahead if you want to add to that comment.
You know, this Westfield defense certainly has struggled a little bit in this game, but did you know that they practiced to the Imperial March from Star Wars? Assistant coach Rob Everett installed that a couple years ago as they tried to return to their stout days on defense from back in the early 2000s. So I'm sure they're channeling that Imperial March tune right now in their heads.
Thank you, Grace. And that ball was incomplete. It was caught by Gray, but nice job on the sideline there by Joey Free to push him out of bounds. He could not get his feet down.
Yeah, great look at it right here. Goes up and gets it, makes an adjustment. Free just drives him out of bounds. And the ball comes out as well when he hits the ground. So they didn't like it. Oscar Smith fans didn't like it, but that was a great call.
Tremendously close there on the sideline. The crowd for Oscar Smith thought it was a completion. Nonetheless, it's 3rd and 7. Here's Mitchell back to pass. Rush coming. He's going to throw it down the middle of the field. This one is going to be incomplete. Great defense again. Pickett and Hewling back there in coverage. And it's 4th down and 7 for Oscar Smith. Under 5 to play.
Yeah, Hewling's had a good game at the safety position. He's been in position to make plays right here. Makes up some ground. Knocks that ball down. That's a touchdown. Again, now another big play. It seems like we've said that quite a few times in this game, but 4th down, too far for a field goal. No chance they're going to punt here. 4th and 7. Let's see if Coach Everett decides to bring 3 or more this time.
Chappell and Gray will split out to the right side, and Mitchell's got 3 into the boundary here to his left on 4th and 7. In the shotgun, Mitchell looking. Now he's got to scramble. All sorts of running room. He'll throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. Westfield holds. Great coverage down the field by Tavon Green and Joe Karen.
Well, after that 4th turnover, you thought all the momentum was going Oscar Smith's way. The defense bows their neck, gets a stop, puts the ball back in their offense's hand. With less than 5 minutes to go, and you know Coach Simmons would like to run the 4-minute drill here, take the time off the clock. Great defense there by Green. Good coverage underneath. Just nothing for Mitchell that time.
Remember, we've told you about Westfield's kicker, Brian Delaney, as Johnson takes it ahead for a couple yards. Delaney, I would say, I'd put him up against anybody in the state with regard to leg strength.
Certainly anybody we've seen this year. He's kicking him from 50 before the game. Of course, that's not with a rush and a state championship on the line.
No pressure.
But first, Westfield's got to move the ball downfield. give him a chance.
Westfield with a 2nd down and 8. And the handoff goes to Beard. Straight ahead. He breaks free past the 45 to the 50. And a 1st down carry to the Oscar Smith 47. Tim Beard
has had an outstanding game. He's got to give a lot of credit to that offensive line. They're creating some big holes for him. But once he gets through, he seems to pick up an extra 10 or 15 after contact.
People just bounce off of him. Amazing. 1st and 10, Westfield. High formation. Johnson under center. He'll hand it to Beard again, and he will move right and run into a wall. And nobody was bouncing on that hit, except for Beard on the ground. That was a well-timed hit by Jay Jones and Keyshawn Artis. Nonetheless, it still is going to take some time off the clock here, Chris. And it's going to be 2nd and 8 again. Three wide receivers to the left here for Johnson, 1 to the near side. And they'll hand it again to Beard. He'll cut it backside, got it inside the 35, all the way to the 30 of Oscar Smith. Jay Jones with a touchdown saving tackle.
Well, and he was thinking strip again. See, he comes in with a club as he tries to make the tackle from behind. See Jones right there. He's getting ready to club it right here. Almost gets it out.
Folks, you watch high school football, and you'll very rarely see a running back make that kind of cutback. That's what Grace was talking about tonight.
Those big guys right there are the ones that are giving him the opportunity to make that. It's a team effort led by that big offensive line.
Ramon Johnson in the shotgun on 1st and 10. And he'll hand it again, this time to Beard, straight ahead, and Beard's got it to the 25. Again, Jones on the tackle, but not before Beard's got 8 yards.
I mean, they've been able to move the ball. Can they finish a drive in this half?
Well, right now, there's no reason to do anything but give it to number 24. He's averaging about 8 yards a carry. Oscar Smith now trying to bring some guys to the line of scrimmage, and they got him this time. Artis has him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up.
I mean, Artis has just almost been unblockable in his 4th quarter. Been in almost every play. I mean, from here, Andy, you're looking at a 43-yarder if they don't pick up any more yardage on 3rd down.
He drained a 47-yarder last week. Right?
Westfield has 2 timeouts. Oscar Smith has 2 timeouts. We're under 2 minutes. Westfield trying to take as much time off the clock as they can between plays.
There's Johnson in the pistol. And he'll give it backside to Beard, and Beard is going to be stuffed. He will not get the 1st down. Turner comes up with the big tackle, and it's going to be 4th down Westfield. And the Bulldogs are thinking about kicking it.
I think the Tigers took a timeout here, so if he does kick field goal and make it, it gives them the most amount of time left to try to come back, score some points of their own.
How ironic. Back in 2007, Westfield had a 4th down and 3 tie game, and they converted. Brian Delaney could be the secret here. 11 of 16 on the season, 49 yards. Bulldog fans trying to figure out who's the hero going to be this year. Could it be Delaney? It was David Crutchko back then with Mike Glennon, who's playing in the NFL now.
Well, and he doesn't need to kick this ball low to try to. He's got enough strength in his leg that he can get it there with just a normal kick. If you kick that ball low, you have a chance to get it blocked. And the way this athletic Oscar Smith team is, you do not want to block in a return.
So during this timeout, Westfield is trying to decide what they're going to do, and it looks like Delaney will come on. He's got a powerful leg. And Westfield's going to give it to him for an opportunity to take the lead.
And the other thing, just consider in high school football, if you miss the field goal, the ball starts at the 20. You do not get the ball back where he kicks it from. So the worst case here is the worst case is a block, but a touchback if he's able to get the kickoff.
From 43 yards out, Brian Delaney has it sized up. Tyler Scanlon
is the holder, and there's going to be a timeout called by Westfield. So they'll talk it over one more time. And if you're Delaney, you're saying, guys, let's not make it even more nerve-wracking. Just let me kick the darn thing.
Well,
maybe that's what I'm saying. I'm up here. I'm more nervous than Brian is right there.
Well, I don't think Coach Simmons trying to ice his own kick in the first half, but he kicked the grass. It was a much shorter kick before he got to the ball.
Oscar Smith needs to be careful here about coming too hard at the ball because Tyler Scanlon is the holder. I'm not saying you call the fake, but we've already seen him fake a punt earlier. We'll see what happens here. Delaney has it sized up. The snap is good. The hold is good. And the kick is up. And it is no good. No good.
Had plenty of length. Looks like he just pushed it wide right.
So Oscar Smith will have 1 minute and 20 to try to win it.
Oscar Smith does what they need to do to get the hold. Force the long field goal attempt. We'll see it. Another angle here. Got plenty of leg into it. As you said, from that far angle. Just pushed it just a little bit
barely.
wide. So now Oscar Smith, they got one timeout. Plenty of time here the way they've been moving the ball.
No motion in the backfield in the pistol. Here's Mitchell. And he'll hand it straight ahead on a quick give. With some running room out to the side. There it is for a gain of about 4. And the run by D'Angelo White. Clock is moving and an injured Bulldog down on the field. So they'll stop it. Kalik Perry also for Oscar Smith, who's kind of hobbling a little bit. We'll see if we can tell who that is on the field. Well, Delaney, he got a great leg into that kick, Chris. It was really, really close. So 1:04 left in this ball game. It's been a thriller from the start.
And for Oscar Smith, it's been a game of big plays. And what Westfield needs to do is keep everything in front of him here, not allow the big play. They'll give up 5, 7, 10 yards, come up and make the tackle. Just can't let anybody get behind you.
So 2nd down and 6. Mitchell in the shotgun is going to roll to the near sideline and throws it. And it's going to be caught by Perry. And he will have a 1st down for the Tigers. Clock moves under a minute left as they move the chains.
Nice job rolling to his left here. Gets his shoulders around, delivers a strike to Gray. Picks up the 1st down. And Sean Mitchell's such an impressive quarterback, throwing the ball mechanics-wise. Throws the ball with great timing.
1st and 10. Ball on the Oscar Smith 33-yard line. Mitchell all alone in the shotgun. And they try to set the screen up, and they've got it complete for a pass across the middle to the 39-yard line. It's Kevin Todd who caught it. Not enough for a 1st down. The clock will continue to move.
Saving that timeout.
There's Mitchell. Quick toss to Todd again, and he'll get out of bounds.
They'll move the stakes. Another 1st down for Oscar Smith. Throwing the ball underneath to pick up these 1st downs. Strong throw there. You know, cornerbacks are playing off, giving him that. Still 30 seconds and a timeout.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 31 seconds left in the game. There's Mitchell in the shotgun. He'll fake the give, trying to pump fake. Now he's going Down the field, has to scramble, and a penalty flag comes out.
Now, this is the case, even though it's an incomplete pass, if this is a hold, you definitely want to take it. The yardage is the most important thing right now.
They were going for all the marbles on that one, trying to get behind the defense. And Mitchell did a wise thing not to throw it. Westfield had it well covered. Go back and watch it one more time. It looked like a little too much cloth here. There it is right there, left hand. Jewell trying to get free, and they wouldn't let go. Good camel work by our crew there. So it's going to be first down and 27, all the way back at the Oscar Smith 28-yard line. 25 seconds to play. Mitchell back to pass. He pump fakes. Now he's throwing down the sideline. And this one's going to be incomplete. Joe Karen running step for step with Kevin Todd. And that's going to bring up second down with 19 seconds to play. And Chris, even though Westfield was way off the line, that was almost a man-to-man situation right there.
Yep, double move. Todd gets deep. Safety comes over, gives a little help late. They had great success earlier in the game throwing over the middle, and I suspect they'll go back over the middle again. They still have a timeout. It's going to be hard to get a go pattern behind the way the safeties are playing deep.
Mitchell hands it off, and this one going nowhere. And that may take us to overtime.
I'll tell you, Coach Morgan must be thinking, with all the turnovers we've had in this second half, big plays by defenders, we'll just go ahead and take this to overtime.
And it will take us to an extra period of football. It's the last game of the year. Anything can happen, folks. We're going to overtime, 28-28.
And you know, in overtime in high school, you start at the 10-yard line.
Right.
And each team gets a chance. And they keep going until somebody has more points than the other after each team's had a chance.
We told you it would be an instant classic. We've delivered on what we said. Who wins? At this point, who knows? Both teams have looked capable at times and incapable at other times of taking care of the football. Could a turnover be the difference in this one? That's been the storyline here for most of this night.
I'll tell you, normally I think of turnovers as plays where the offensive team doesn't protect the ball, doesn't take care of the ball. Today, it's been mostly outstanding defensive players creating those turnovers.
Crowd standing on their feet here in anticipation. We'll go back and look at how this one has unfolded, leading us here to overtime. Some highlights. Tim Beard on the first touchdown of the game. Straight ahead, Westfield jumps out to the early lead on this Ramon Johnson touchdown run, and they go up 14-0. And you kind of thought right there maybe they were just going to run away with this, but Oscar Smith, to their credit, kept fighting and started making plays. And remember this young man's name right here, Kalik Perry. Sidesteps a defender, goes to the house. He would later resurface with the biggest play of this game for Oscar Smith on defense. But until then, it was Courtney Johnson tying the game at 14. And Ramon Johnson back to Tyler Scanlon, who goes up high, pulls it down, touchdown Westfield. And that would be the halftime score at 21-14. And go to the third quarter. And it's a halfback toss from Shelton Hood to Larry Chappell. And that made it 28-21. And then the biggest play of this game for the Tigers. On their own end zone, and here comes the strip from Perry, and he takes it all the way back the other direction for a score. And that tied the game at 28, and that's where we stand now. Well, as we head to the extra
looking back,
overtime period.
Looking back, twice Westfield's had a 2-touchdown lead. They had a chance to take another 2-touchdown lead in the fourth quarter on that strip play that we saw. They had a chance to go up 21-0 early in the second quarter, and every time Oscar Smith made a big stop on defense, a big play on defense, turnover to fight back into this game. We're going to overtime, Andy.
I love it. I was hoping for this. Let's go ahead and go through the overtime rules. Each team will have a possession from the 10-yard line, right?
Yep.
And you go through the first overtime, you come away tied. You go to the second overtime, you come away tied. Now you have to go for 2. You can't kick an extra point. You got to go for 2. So that is the difference in the first couple overtimes. And sometimes we've seen that become the deciding factor. Of course, the strategy is always, what do you want to do? You want to start on offense first or defense first?
You definitely want to start on defense first. And if you do go to a second overtime, you switch as to who goes first. So whoever's on defense second in the first overtime will be on defense first in the second overtime. Well, the benefit of going on defense first is you know what you have to do when you get the ball.
Right.
You know if you need a field goal, you know if you need a touchdown, exactly what you need to do.
We go back to that kick from Delaney back in the fourth quarter. Remember one thing, and this is something that could come into play in overtime. The goalposts on a college field are a little more narrow than they are on a high school field.
That may have impacted that last kick, actually. But the Tigers won the toss. They elected to go on defense. Westfield chose to play it down here on the left side of the field.
High formation as we start overtime. Johnson hands it off to Beard straight ahead. He breaks through. Tim Beard, touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, and the extra point becomes critical here. But Beard's been doing it all night. That offensive scheme that Beard needs. Forward body lean, running behind his shoulder pads. He finds a way to get in the end zone after he gets to the second level.
Brian Delaney on for the extra point. Tyler Scanlon is the holder. He's got it down, and the kick is up, and it is good. And Westfield in overtime takes a 35-28 lead. And Oscar Smith will have an opportunity to tie as Beard goes right through the hole and runs over the defender for the score.
I mean, that's an old school trap play. Left guard just pulls. He's trying to find somebody to hit in the hole. Beard just takes it in. So now Oscar Smith knows exactly what they have to do. They have to score a touchdown. They have 4 plays to do it.
Will the state championship be decided right here? Sean Mitchell, the junior quarterback, breaks him out of the huddle. In the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Mitchell will roll to his right, looking across the middle, and it's caught by Todd down to the 2-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal.
You know, Chappell's been out of the game for the last few series. Todd's the one that's come in and taken the spot. Chappell's sitting down there on the bench. I don't know if he's hurt or not, but Todd has made some outstanding catches. Makes an adjustment there, lays out, catch the ball at the 2-yard line.
Tigers will substitute personnel. Same with Westfield's defense. On 2nd and goal, Mitchell in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He hands it. And this one's going to be a touchdown for Oscar Smith right across the goal line. And he's in. And now you got to ask the question, do you go for 2? The answer is no. The field goal team, or extra point team, is coming on.
Some penetration there. They just weren't able to get their arms around the running back. Gets to the edge, finishes it.
Huge extra point attempt. There's the snap. The hold is down, and the kick is up, and it's through, and we're tied and going to double overtime.
Now Oscar Smith will have the ball first here in the second overtime.
35-35. A date with history is on the line.
One of these two teams is going to have their third state championship. And whoever it is going to have earned it in a great football game here to end the season.
So Oscar Smith will have the football to start the second overtime period. It took them 2 plays to get in the last time. Mitchell out in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Chappell split out to the near side. Mitchell will drop back to pass. He'll throw it quickly towards the sideline. Caught at the 3. Larry Chappell has it. It'll be second and goal.
Good to see Chappell back in the game.
Our cameraman caught the brunt end of this one.
Oh, he caught the back end of that football. That's an outstanding catch. Job by our cameraman.
I think he caught the cameraman too.
Chappell's pretty much caught everything in his zip code tonight.
Twins to the right for Mitchell. Courtney Johnson, the deep back. He takes the handoff straight ahead. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job by the Tigers offensive line there, opening that up for Courtney Johnson. You see it right here. Just outstanding job of creating a hole there in the seam. It's all he needed to pick up that 2-yard touchdown.
On the kick, the extra point, Cam Luster. And it's up. And Luster knocks it through. And Oscar Smith leads it 42-35. So Westfield's offense will come back onto the field. Can they tie it up? What a game.
Ramon Johnson, his big offensive line coming back out there. A heavy package, 2 tight ends, high formation.
Johnson sends Scanlon in motion on first down. And he'll hand it off to Beard running to the right. And Beard breaking through down to the 5. On a good gain. And they'll make it second and goal from the 5-yard line. Lots of nervousness here in Scott Stadium.
Everybody standing.
Crowd chanting defense for Oscar Smith. High formation again. Johnson sends Scanlon in motion. He'll fake the give, and now he's going to roll out. He's got it complete down to the 1. And it'll be Aiello stop there. It'll be third and goal for Westfield.
Bunch of gang tackling there. Troy Mott leading the way for the Tigers in blue. Little play action.
Good play fake by Ramon Johnson.
Like he's got a chance to get in, but that is just an outstanding job coming up and making a tackle.
And here's the quarterback sneak, and Westfield gets it in. They score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And we're an extra point away for going to triple overtime. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they haven't been able to stop that quarterback sneak all day. With such a good push from that interior line.
Here's the extra point attempt. Delaney has it sized up. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick, and it is good. So we're tied at 42. Whew. The dog pound from Westfield. Hanging in there. The Tiger fans all on their feet themselves. Coach Morgan, Payson, Coach Simmons,
biting his fingernails. This one coming down to the wire. 3 overtimes, and remember we told you, you can't kick the extra point now. You got to go for 2.
Is that true in high school?
I think it's true.
I didn't know that. I know it's true in college.
I'm 1,000% sure.
Okay. All right, here we go. Westfield coming back out on offense again. Going to play it down on the left side of the field again.
High formation for the Bulldogs. Johnson under center. He'll hand it off to Beard, who cuts it backside. Tim Beard inside the 5. Touchdown Westfield!
Tim Beard again.
Tell you, Beard just getting stronger as the game goes on.
Maybe that's not the rule, because Delaney's coming on to kick the extra point.
Well, without that rule, we could be here for quite a while, the way these offenses are moving the ball.
Here's the kick, and this one's up, and it's through the uprights, and it's good. So the extra point makes it 49-42. Now, remember that college rules sometimes don't apply to the high school rules, so there is some difference from time to time.
Here we got a great view of this zone blocked up front. He just bounces it outside, finds a seam, and just his forward body lean is just fantastic. I mean, he's always going forward.
So Oscar Smith will have to score and kick the extra point to tie this game in triple overtime. Can the Westfield defense get a hold? Oscar Smith on first down from the 10-yard line. Here's Mitchell. He'll roll this way. Now he's going to set up, and it's thrown right into the hands of a defender, but he couldn't pull it in. Montague almost had the ball game right there.
Oh, we see Mitchell here. He rolls to his left, and he sets up, gets his shoulders around, and he throws back across the middle. Montague does a good job coming underneath there, preventing that touchdown.
2nd and goal as the anticipation builds.
A turnover in this situation does end the game.
Triple overtime. Bulldogs trying to get a stop. Tigers trying to keep themselves alive. Here's Mitchell, quick toss to Johnson. He'll cut it back, and he's down to the 4, still on his feet to the 3, and it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, these kids are just laying it on the line out here now. Johnson looks like he's going to be corralled at around the 5, and he just continues to plow forward. Every yard means something here.
They set the clock. The play clock is moving. Mitchell back into the huddle. On 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Mitchell will send out 3 wide receivers. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off to Johnson, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. And he's down to the 1. It'll be 4th and goal.
Ayala shot the gap, was able to hit him at the 5-yard line. Looked like he was stood up there, but Johnson just would not stop, kept his legs churning, fell forward inside the 2-yard line. So they're going to call a timeout. Make sure they get this play right.
What a stop up front there for the Bulldogs. Jay Aiello, who's made numerous big plays tonight. But it's going to come down to this. Watch it again right here. He shoots the gap, and he hits Johnson. And check that. That was Jewell who got him. Aiello on his feet. And Johnson with a great 2nd and 3rd effort to fight forward to the 1-yard line. He would have been stuck back at the 4.
Good job by the Oscar Smith offensive lineman. I didn't catch the number there, but he stepped on it and stayed on his block with Jewell. Jewell stood him up there in the backfield. Blocker stays with him, takes him off, and allows Johnson to get forward for another couple yards.
So the Westfield defense has forced a 4th and goal. If they stop them, they win. And pandemonium will ensue here at Scott Stadium. If Oscar Smith can score, they'll potentially force a 4th overtime if they can make the extra point. Everybody comes to their feet. Mitchell will send 3 wide receivers out to the right side of the formation and 1 to the left. In the shotgun, he's going to roll out. Under pressure, Mitchell throws it up, and it's incomplete. Westfield wins the state championship.
And Petrello on the pressure.
The Bulldogs have done it.
Wow, what a game. They put the ball in their leader's hands. He rolls out, got 3 receivers flooding that side of the field. And it looked like Petrella just came flying up there to put the pressure on him, forcing him to throw it early. He lands incomplete.
Westfield wins it 49-42 in triple overtime. And they get it done with defense at the end on a 4th and goal stand. And that is one heck of a way to win a state championship. Unbelievable. And you got to feel great for Coach Simmons, his staff, and all the Westfield Bulldogs. After the tough year, what a great finish here. The Westfield Bulldogs, 2015 VHSL Group 6A state champions. It's coming home to Chantilly.